Something takes a part of me. Something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe something's raped and taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me.
Yeah, ammo. Let that take away all the pain. I got you up and rain. They don't care, mate. Just don't buy too many munchies or power tools. Love that middle aisle. Some power tools, some other weirdo shit you wouldn't think supermarkets would have. Yeah, I might need one of those. Nah. Reno. You always feel right.
Feeling like I have no release.
Oh, do I?
How many times have I felt disease?
Nothing in my life
is free, is free.
is
Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot get my face.
Yeah, I'm always grabbing something out of there, mate. Always. Oh God, that's just corn, bro. Goggly. Hey, Goggly. It's just corn, bro. The corn didn't even seem. Corn to me was mainstream, but there are plenty other bands out there people should have been concerned about. Let me be a freak on a leash. Now I've chucked on their greatest hits thing. We'll see what's on it though. What's this one? Alone. Oh, falling away. I'm gonna have a quick look at this playlist actually. Give me a look. Freaking Leash, Falling Away, Blind, Coming Under, Twisted, Tried This Time. It's Got the Law, Adidas. All day I dream about that. Yeah. Oh, Loner breaks last. Jeffo! Well, I'm on the PC, but I can barely see it. Some dude with a towel on his head, I think. I have no idea. To the ground. Go killing. Hey! Nice, Emma. No, but I did not. Sweet. I did hear some shit about drugs though. What was it? I forget. Yeah, they needed to get onto this medical driving law shit, man. Too many medical patients. And a medical patient, they tried to find me, bro. I'd be losing me shit. I'd be billing them for the day I had to take off work, all the time that you held me up, and I'd be billing them like fucking $10 a minute. Fuck them. They are not meant to impede your progress. Right? No one's meant to slow you down. That's not what they're not allowed to do that. Your life is your life. You're meant to be out there fucking making a life. And these fuckwits want to get in your way and slow you down. Bill them for it. And then that way, every time they do this, and they have to pay a big ass bill to someone because they ruin cunt's fucking time and earn an ability, they'll stop fucking doing it. Realistically, money is what rules everything, isn't it? Oh, is that the best? Where are we? August, September. Yeah, you'll be pushing. You'll be pushing, Jeff. Oh, ammo. Okay. Yeah, you'll be pushing ammo. That's good when that happens, isn't it, Jeff? For me, that normally happens with tomatoes. Tomatoes, celery, what else? Well, mint's just fucking prolific. That shit will grow anyway.
There's a good chance somebody's trying to hack your website right now. You gotta make sure you're covered.
Do what you need to do, Hamo.
Are you ready?
Getting off of that fucking microphone now. Man. Yeah, 3 weeks. I got a head start 3 days ago. Head start. Not waiting for this fucking stupid fucking La Nina, El Nino motherfuckers. I'm just using the Hide Farmer 1000 watt SF on about 30%. It's only about 10 inches off the potty saw, off the soil for the beans. I'm talking heat mat under it. And then I'm growing it in here in 12-12. No, I'm not. I'm gonna match whatever the current light is outside. I'm gonna match that, and then I'm gonna fucking keep them in here till I'm satisfied, and then I'll take them out there. Yeah, I ain't copping that. I ain't copping last year, man. Last year was fucking annoying. Like, you guys seen the grow. It was still 6-7 foot tall. But fuck, now I never thought it was. I did not think it was going to get there. It started so late because of all the rain, all the shitty weather. But this time, 10. No weather in there by what I make. No, I'm not going to give it longer light. You want to match it or just be under it, and then that way when you transplant it outside, it's the same or a little bit longer outside, and it'll be like, oh, it is veggie still. You put it in your 10 at 18 hours and get them cranking, and you chuck it out there in fucking 12 hours of light, which is not even 12 now. It's like 10 hours and something minutes. It will just turn. So no. And match the light hours will be a slightly under. And then when I'm around the 14-hour mark out there, they're going outside. And I think 14 hours won't hit till probably October, bro. A little bit annoying, but I'll check again. But yeah, I think it's currently increasing daily. Like a few days ago, it was 10 hours, 15 minutes. It's probably 10.5 hours now. Mine don't stress going from in to out, and I'll put them in a pot, say like about a 5 litre, right? And then I'll walk out and I'll pat the pot on the bum, and I'll open my index and or my forefinger and my middle finger, and I'll put that around the stem of the plant. I'll have my hand open, and I'll put that on top of the pot, have the stem in between my middle finger and forefinger, flip it upside down, pat it on the butt, slide the pot off, and place it into a hole already that size. It's like it didn't even know what happened. Not even really a transplant. Anytime I increase the hours too much and put them out, they always turn. And some of them only turned for a few weeks and then went back. Others were painful. But yeah, I don't want to deal with the re-veg this year. I want to have to strip 2/3 of it plant fucking 4 meters long and fucking 4 meters high. Takes too long. So yeah, I'm just gonna match up the light, indoor, outdoor, the lighting times, and transplant when we hit about 14 hours out there. Because you gotta remember, once you pop it in the tent, you're gonna use up that whole start of the plant where it will veg and not go to flower, even if it's in 1 hour light. Because when the seed pops, there's a certain amount of time that it will remain in veg before it will flower. You're gonna use that up, so you need to keep an eye on the light. I've had plenty that haven't turned, that have gone from in to out, that haven't turned. Yeah, I know. But I've also had in between too. Mark.
Twisted transistor. Hold it between your legs. Turn it up, turn it up. The wind is coming through. Can't get enough. A lonely life where no one understands you. But don't give up because the music do.
Jenny, this will help you save.
Ain't about seeing your real, but to know where you're going, you gotta know where you've been. You gotta do your thing.
If your thing's worth saving for, you
Because the music
Just coughing me guts out.
Hey you, finally you get it. The world ain't fair, hate you if you let it. And as your tears fall on your breath, vibrations coming through. You're in a mess, a lonely life where no one understands you. But don't give up because the music do. Because the music do.
Wow. Yeah, you gotta follow the sun. Yes, Nana. Oh, for the outdoor one. I have given people advice on it. I have sort of tried it. Not enough. This outdoor thing. But yeah, I'd either extend it, put it on a timer, or I'd run it 2 hours in the morning before the sun comes up, 2 hours after the sun goes down. If you want to try it that way. But yeah, it's got a tent, light, run it for fucking whatever the sunlight's doing outside. Then when it goes out, it's gonna be the same. Could just be a little colder maybe at night.
Transistor.
Sunshine. Hey, all good, Breno. Information is information, mate. Someone will be able to use it. Yes, it has, sunshine. Like about 2 weeks ago or more. Bummed me out. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? How come you're all growing? I think I should put some beans in. Yeah, I walk around the backyard and I'm like, nah, you're all meant to wait. They're all going now. So I pulled some beans and stuffed them in. Yeah, good to keep the warmth in. A piece of plastic will do it. 3-4 steak, wrap the plastic around it from the ground to the top of the steak. Basically like a greenhouse. They are cheap. Was it Kush? Kush got one. And then a few others went and got one, including myself. And cheap green, that's like 39 or 49 bucks for the greenhouse from Bunnings. But Monty's cover started falling apart already. I folded mine up and put it away. It's probably alright, but Monty's has been out the whole time. Oh yeah, don't leave it on there. And yeah, you can also, if you want, you can slide it up and down those posts. So if you're around and you keep that heating first 2-3 hours in the morning or the last 2-3 hours of the night, whatever you're doing there, night is not going to worry you too much. If you do it in the morning, go out there and just push that plastic down like you're pushing a sock down. And then when you get home later, the sun's starting to go down, just lift it back up. I've cooked them in greenhouses, forgetting to open the vents. And the baby greenhouse, I just leave the door open. Heats up really quick. Small. Oh, I'll have a look, Mark. I have to go over here.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really? First up, we've got shape video masks. You can use different shapes to create completely different vibes and aesthetics. Or you can create your own graphic. I use the
Where are you? Like that. I have that lot, but it's not AC Infinity brand. It's got 2 drivers, and then the dimmer is a third unit on top of that plate. It's 4x4 coverage, 437 watts. LM301Bs, not H's. H is only 3 to 5% more efficient. I mean, shit. I thought it was a whole different light spectrum. Nah. Looks pretty flash. And the price, bro. That's a good price. Get out of there. Oh, they got a 520. 520, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 baby ones put together. But the prices are pretty good, man. Spider Farmer are like $699 for 400 watt light. Last time I looked. Hey, Breno, I was thinking that with Spider Farmer. Spider Farmer have a facility, a shed, where they store product in, just so when someone orders in Australia, it doesn't have to come from overseas. If you're lucky, this company will also. Whoa, delayed. My 1000 was like 140 bucks, 139 bucks or some shit. That was my FS. No. SF 1000. I think I paid like 150 for a Viper Spectra, but it had more heating pins and shit on it, hence the few extra dollars off. I still got them in the shed. I look at them every now and then. Look at them big long globes and them big white boxes, them big silver fucking China hats and half fucking or quarter circles. Think to myself, I could just plug that in. And I remember watching the meter go when I did.
Move together, making the most of the winter months together.
Piss off, Mackie. Yep, China. The more they make, the cheaper they get. why solar panels are cheap. And you buy a solar panel, 90% of the time it's coming from China. If you're lucky, you might get something out of Germany, but mainly China. HLG lights are good. They have a fucking place like Spider Farmer, or they could even be Australian, I don't know, but they're in our country. I've already looked at them. They're like double, triple the price. When you look up the HLGs, Mark, you can buy all the different. How does it go again? 2,000K, 3,000K, 4,000K, 5,000K, 6,000K. You can buy Just Red. They have all types. Yeah, poly is your shitter panel, but 90% of mono delayed now comes from China. They grow 90% of the crystals. Still, they grow like it looks like a small tree trunk, like a meter high or whatever. And they'll grow that, and then they'll slice it, and that's where they get the mono panels from. Well, that's how your mono panels are made. Where the poly one is like bits and pieces stuck back together to make a panel. Well, mono has always been the more expensive. And mono lasts longer, 20, 25 years. Poly is 15, 20 years. Yeah, but a longer time to make mono because you're growing all these. Have you ever grown like copper sulfate crystal? No, okay, it doesn't look like that. Yes, it is pointy on the top. It doesn't grow uniform perfect. It grows like a mountain. And then, yeah, they'll and just slice it real thin. That's where your stuff's coming from. Lights have their place, Ammo. But yeah, the sun is the king. Sun is the king. Billions of years, and it's going to be there for billions of more years. And it doesn't cost you a goddamn cent. And it's responsible for all life on the planet, basically. You could even argue the stuff that lives in trenches on thermal vents still wouldn't exist if the sun didn't, because how would the Earth have formed? Would have been no accretion disk.
Ever heard the expression?
Would have been anything to cool it into
Well, that's because they've got the
a ball to
sharpest
get bigger and
eyesight
bigger and
of
turn into a
any
planet.
animal. They can see up to 8 times as far as a human, which means they can spot a rabbit more than 3 kilometers away.
Strength of HPS is way
That sharp,
stronger.
but instead of rabbits,
When I first did LED, right, I buy what they call the 4,000 watt light, and I'm thinking like the old days, right? So I'm like, 1,000 watts does 6 square feet, or 2 meters by 2 meters, right? No, because I bring it in, I plug it in, and it's not 4,000 watts, it's 437 watts, and 400 watts is 1 meter by 1 meter. So straight away, I was not going to use it to grow a 5x5 tent. No way, wouldn't do it. I already knew that. And if it did, the last foot of that tent, or foot and a half of that tent, would have been some of the smallest, crappiest stuff you ever seen in your life. No such problem with the sun. Doesn't have no coverage problems. I love the hybrid use of it. Each thing has its value. sun is free, but weather is finicky. Yeah, I go pretty close to that. I assume everyone else does as well. I'm on, but also during that, if I think I might have an idea or I want to try something, once I know everything's how it's meant to be, then I know that the thing that I try will or it will or it won't succeed. Yeah, I like growing me Aussie ones just because they're huge. People I send it to and that they're like, "Oh, good weed." Me, I smoked it too long and doesn't do too much for me, but fuck, it's massive. Oh damn! Oh really? Oh yeah, I know about them people. Wow, I didn't know that though. Yeah, I knew they were a minority population in China, and yeah, they're copping it. Japan do the same thing. Japan are racist. They don't like. We're talking about population and that, and Raquel Rice. Oh, they need some studs. Get over there, PCP. Dude, they're not going to want any one of us over there. They want Japanese people to make more Japanese people. They don't want to water themselves down. And China are like that as well. I didn't realise. The world tries to tell you racism's a white thing. There's no fucking way, bro. I've had talks with Chinese people just conducting trade talks and shit. And then we finish with the business and we have a little rapport because we've been talking about business for so long. And then next minute, I'm hearing things I never thought I would hear. But, oh well. Oh, remember delayed Nestle in 2014 or 2017 or something? They were found to be operating a ship where the people on the ship stole the people who were working on the ship. They stole them, kidnapped them, and Nestle were financing that shit. Nestle. I hate that, bro. I like Kit Kat, but I don't want to support Nestle. Sunshine.
Hey,
Yeah, you got to give it a go, I'm on. Got to give it a go.
I got a White Widow, Tasmanian Botanics.
All right.
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad, mate.
Good.
Only that one brand, you reckon? What about, is that the one out of Germany? Because Germany were a leader in solar panels until China decided to ramp up. So like 10, 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, it was still like Germany. 20 years ago, it was Germany. Now it's just China. But it did make it hell cheap, man. You can buy a 300 watt solar panel for like $120, $110. Lasts for 20, 25 years.
Do you like Granddaddy Purple?
I've got a strain that backbone is Granddaddy Purple, and yeah, I enjoyed it.
I fucking love it.
Was it Freddy Krueger Dark Knight? I'm pretty sure he's Granddaddy Purple, and I forget the other one. Okay, them 415s are going nuts here right now, delayed. My street, most people in my street have had their panels replaced with the 415s, and they're doing it like an upgrade, so they still get a rebate. And you get a rebate no matter what. You always get the federal rebate every time. That immediately is off the price, which is why they look so cheap in the store. And then you get your state rebate if you haven't already used it in the last 15 years or something, or 12 years.
Toothbrush? Undies? They clean?
Imagine what you
Ah,
could do
okay.
instead.
Maybe I'll wait for 440s. I was going to upgrade my first solar system, which was 2001 or 2002, might even be 2000. And they're 160 watt, which was the biggest panels back then. They look so small. And they give me just over a kilowatt of panels, but they give me a 5 kilowatt inverter. Yeah, from memory, that seemed about the price for a 6.6. So they're doing 6.6s and 10s. The thing that stuck me is when I wanted to look for them, not everyone likes to advertise exactly what they're doing. There's only a few companies that went, this is 6.6, federal rebate, state rebate, what you pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I used to import from China. The batteries I got from China, if I was to buy them in Australia, would have cost me like 30, 40 grand. I got them for like fucking 12 or 15,000. Oh yeah, it's another. They're stupid. They pick on solar panels. They tell us that they're not good enough, but yet they complain too many of us have got solar panels and it's messing with how they distribute power in the country. Which one is it? They don't make enough, or it's too much? Which one? And yeah, they don't make it at night time, so no one's. And do you hear my mind? They want to close the coal, and they want to turn off the gas, and then only use gas for running power stations because it's greener than burning coal, and you can turn it on and off whenever you want. You don't have to fire it up, wait a couple of days to get it hot enough. It's on or off. I want to pull the line off the house and throw it out in the street. I'm sick of paying $1.50 or $1.80 a day just to have a wire attached to my house that I'm sending more power back through than they're giving me. You don't want to see mine delayed. I've got probably 2.2 kilowatts that's on the house that everyone knows about, and the rest of it is all on sheds. And I installed that shit. None of them sheds were wired to the house, so I don't need to tell no cunt. And they just start spinning out when fucking like 15 kilowatts come back through the line.
Oh.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh my god. See how much they just keep lobbing back on us? It's too hard for us to do it. We want all the individual people to control it themselves rather than us who are in control of the fucking infrastructure. Idiot. Or
Fucking pretty smashed, eh?
yeah, I'm pretty lit. Didn't take me long.
Just fucking do it, damn it. Want to hear it?
You ever see Korn live?
No.
Fucking unbelievable. Like, really good. Fucking superb. They were better than Smashing Pumpkins. I saw them about the same time. Yeah.
I don't mind Smashing Pumpkins either.
Yeah, fucking awesome. Unbelievable band, but Korn put in way more effort.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Festering Hall. Breno. I saw Faith No More there as well, and they called it Festering Hall instead of Festival Hall. So from then on. Faith No More were good.
Hey, well, I didn't think that would work, so I'll try again. Fear me. Fear me. Nah, it didn't work. Didn't work. Okay, bong me.
You know, look.
Doesn't work. It's not like Thor, where you just summons a link or a bong and it just comes to you, smashing through everything, no matter where it is. Just straight through the middle of the earth. It doesn't go round. It goes through. Straight up.
Or is it Mjolnir?
Mjolnir, yeah. Mjolnir, yeah. It's fucking oath.
I'll put your hand out, see if the bong flies into your hand.
Yep. And when it comes, I turn into the hook. The hookster.
Yeah,
I don't actually have any
man.
more powers. If anything, it actually makes me weaker. It's not like Thor where he gets power. Me, it's like, oh, fucking give me the bong. I don't want to fight. I want to hug. It really, it's like secret power. You know, it's weird. It's called the power of rally. The power of rally. That means that no matter what happens, that somebody will always be there to save the day, and it will look like I saved the day. The power of rally. I'll stand over something like this, and somebody else will come and do all the hard work, and for a moment, from a perspective, it'll look like I did that. That's called the power of rally. It's true power.
What hat do you got on, bro?
It's the same hat I usually wear, but I reverse it. It's like a reverser. I like this side better myself.
Yeah, it sort of reminded me like a Mongol hat. I couldn't see the top. Yeah.
If it's Russian, it's usually what it gets called. They got sheep in Russia?
Yeah.
What, native? I thought they were like reindeer and shit over there.
Goats. Yeah,
Yeah, they'd probably have them because they'd buy them from somewhere. But I don't know if they're native. And all the Siberian dudes are killing reindeer.
Top of the billy. I clean my bong. That's why it took so long. I had to scrub because I've smoked so many big ones. Yeah,
How do you clean
smell
your
it.
bong?
Hey?
How do you clean your bong?
I get one cap. This is the trick, really. Forget everything you've known about cleaning bongs. Throw it out. You get a little cap of disinfectant. You get like less than 5 mils. This much, half a cap of disinfectant. You tip that in there, right? And you just block the holes up. You give it a shape. You put a bit of fucking salt in there if you want, a bit of baking soda, whatever. All right, but you don't need it. All right, you shake it. No matter how dirty this is from a shake. I never wipe this with anything. I just put the disinfectant in there and cleaned it. And with the rest of the disinfectant, I tipped it into the barrel to clean the barrel. And then I put it in there, blocked the hole off, and shook it. And it all just disappears. You see it just drip off.
Be the alcohol content of the disinfectant.
I drink alcohol. I don't fucking clean my bong with it.
Liquefying all the resin so it can come out.
But I use it to clean my brushes as well. So if I have a brush, like a bottle brush that sometimes I might have to use, if it gets too clogged up with resin, you know, if you've always got pasty shit on the inside, and if you've got to get in there sometimes to actually wipe that first bit off, I can put that, my scrubber into the disinfectant, just leave it there, and it turns clean white. Like back to normal, like there's no black on it at all. Zero. No matter how dirty and black it is, it'll never stay black.
Yeah, hot water works too, Breno. Just take a little bit longer because you know water's got to heat up all that gooey stuff. To
Did
wash
you
it
say a
off.
teaspoon of disinfectant? That's it.
That's it. Try it. If I'm wrong,
cap, yeah.
if I'm wrong,
One
mate, I'll eat my shorts on a plate with
said
a knife and fork.
One cap.
One cap.
Yeah.
One.
That's probably
One.
like
Half. Hey, I'll go with the extreme and say half.
30 mil. 20, 30 mil.
The caps are small, so they're very small. Right, we're talking like half a cap. Right, just a little drop. Basically, as soon as it goes in there, you stop. As soon as there's enough there to have a little puddle down, it's all right.
I remember that cloud, but
You
I
just
don't
have to
like
get it
the-
out and show it. You just show the bong, and it's clean. That's how good it is.
I don't like the idea, Cloud, of that little red ball in that
Hey,
tablet.
Cloud, congratulations on the sale of the house, brother. Mate, you're doing, purchase, should I say, or whatever way around it was.
You remember dishwashing tablet? They put something on your glass to make it look clean. So it doesn't have like watermarks on it. And you don't want to be smoking that shit. And if I use a dishwasher, I'll wash the glass when it comes out of the dishwasher, or I drink out of it.
Didn't you just buy a house, Cloud? You can sell one. I don't know. Is that you? You just go around like looking at, like standing at houses that say sold. Right? And he goes, oh, yes, here's my another house. I've got another one. You could do that, couldn't you?
Bought a house.
10 houses in a week, bro. No worries.
Is that the one? Is that the one the chopper flies from?
All right, well, I guess there's another Cloudscape stereo.
You buying houses?
Oh. Yeah.
The bloke probably 20 minutes from here has got a fucking helipad on his fucking house, and it is so annoying. Oh, not for me, I'm 20 minutes away, but the motherfuckers that live there. When I have been there and it's landing, I just have a little laugh. What do you got there? It doesn't look like a treasure, a treasure chest. For a alley. That's too modern. No jewels in that one.
That's a wooden suitcase. It's not modern. Trust me, it's not modern.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
wooden
too modern for
suitcase.
treasure. Too modern for pirate treasure, mate.
Yeah, probably. But it's sturdy. It's really fucking It's a. I got it from Hard Trash. It's a wooden suitcase. I've never seen a wooden suitcase ever in my life.
Wow. It's weird what
Never.
people throw away, isn't it?
So I had to pick it up, and it was clean. It's obviously the wood's older. It's been the way it's been jimmied together is clearly through slats and like it's been cut out notches to slide together. So it's really the construction is strong, but from what I can tell, it's been repaired. So it has newer modern nails in some of the parts. So somebody's taken the time to look after it.
You should be able to see on the edges if it's been dovetailed or anything like that.
I just use it now for my weed.
Ah. The weed box.
Gunja Man went live just as you went. I think as I come up, I saw his thing come up.
What's today?
Yeah, just now. Yeah, just before.
Yeah. I've rolled
I was
up.
already on my way here, so I just kept coming.
I rolled up and did a live earlier. Because he was going to do one at 12.
Yeah. When I'm in a direction, I'm already going in the direction. I'm going that way. You know? Not turning around. Somebody says they left this at home. I left my bloody charger. I left this. It's like, well, you're going to have a kind of a day without it then, aren't you? Because we're not going back to get it. Twiddle your bloody thumbs. Count, play I Spy. Do something.
And how far I am away.
Hey, mate, I'm out the driveway. I'm out the driveway. It's done. Gone. See you later.
Yeah, shut the door. Too late. $12 though. We nearly out. We'll have a couple more and try to go to hello. See what he does still. You running an open live, is he?
I don't know. Well, we're here now. Doesn't really matter to. We might as well not just all stop what we're doing to
Oh no, we'll hang around for a bit.
Yeah. But I do hope I can get over there. But I'm here now, as I said. I haven't had a bong. I'm wide-eyed. I'm wearing a fucked up hat with a fucked up vest and a blue shirt. They just don't go together somehow. It's all right.
You put them together because they were the same color.
Yeah, I did. That's why I also, yeah. But I also, because the hat, this doesn't go with this, obviously. They're not. One's a shirt, one's an office shirt, and one's like fucking the vest is vest.
It doesn't look that bad, but man, I ain't no fashion
I
guru.
think it goes well together.
Yeah, it looks fine to me.
It's a good.
Man, if I get concerned, I'll normally grab a cousin or something. You know, one of my cousins is a chick. Go, what's this look like? Should I wear that? And I just remember things like don't wear brown with black, wear green with black, wear brown with blue, or bone with blue, or bone can go with black. The brown can't go with fucking weird shit like that. Yeah, I think you look fine.
You know what? Is if you wear green or red or a bright yellow, that's attractive to females. For males.
Green or yellow, eh?
It's the color. Yeah. Red makes a bloke more attractive, apparently, to ladies.
Russian or Mongolian? Yeah, I thought Mongolian. I've been watching some Mongol thing lately, and they're wearing hats like that.
Kozakian.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a Chinese Russian.
Hey, you know what I seen? I seen some guy ask Alexa, when's World War III kicking off? And Alexa says, March 1st, 2024. Chinese sleeper cells will engage in domestic warfare within America. Russia will then join, and then a secret alliance that has been formed will come into action, and there'll be, all-out war. That's what Alexa said. So I put in my calendar February 29, World War III tomorrow. I have.
Oh, let's do this one
Don't
more
be
time,
late,
eh?
you cunt. Don't be late.
On the 29th, you've got to stock up on oats, rice, and lentils. And
Nah.
you want to eat, because Alexa.
That's when you walk down and chuck your gear on and grab your weapons and go and fight the last fight. The Third World War. The third time we're going to have a war to end all wars.
This war will be so good, so big. Sorry, this war will be so big that none of any of the wars ever previously will be considered wars. This will actually be World War One. That's how big it's going to be.
Oh yeah.
World War One and Two is nothing. That's not even a war anymore.
Yeah, this thing's going to be off tap, mate. We'll drop the equivalent of World War II in the first fucking week.
Those wars were pretty fucking hardcore.
Oh yeah, but
The first two were pretty fucking full on.
A different type of war. This one's going to be just mass annihilation, and then we'll fall back to fighting like the old days.
You reckon? As soon as
everyone's going to lob the big stuff first.
Nukes, so they don't want to do that. It's not in their interest. They don't want to fuck up the entire planet.
Nah, but if there's a
If
world
they
war,
wanted
though.
to do that, they would have already done it.
If you let off all of the nukes we have on the planet right now, it would not
dead
destroy
anyway.
the Earth.
Nah,
if you
but
get all
we're
of the nukes together, right, and you get a volcanic eruption of the biggest kind that doesn't wipe out humanity, right? It doesn't wipe out humanity. Nuclear bombs don't even reach that power. Right? The nuclear bombs do not reach even the power of a volcanic eruption, which happens all the time continuously around the world.
Yeah,
so
but
this
volcanic.
idea that a nuclear bombs are going to destroy the whole planet with respect to how big they are, a volcano that blasts right out in the middle of there or under the ocean, wherever it might be, spews out 10 times more power than all of it combined. There's a fear factor to say that we're going to blow your country up or wipe you to smithereens like we did in Japan. They still live there in Japan. Right? There's ways to use nuclear bombs that aren't to mass destruction without, destroying the land. But
You
if
just don't
all the
wanna be
nukes went
there
off
for a
right
while.
now, we would be fine. All of us would be fine. Not the whole world, but here we probably would be. But it's not going to catastrophize the entire planet and globally. It can't happen. The size of it, the size that you would need for this, it's not going to be made by mankind. But the power of a volcano times 10 or times 100, we can't even meet the power of a small volcano.
Yeah, but the volcano is not radioactive.
Well, the volcano is radioactive, but there are also ways
but not on the level of a nuclear bomb. Right?
Yes,
so
but
for
there are
3
ways
days
to
after
make
the
a nuclear bomb not radioactive. Like there are ways, there are bombs. Well, look at Japan. They wouldn't be there in Hiroshima if they didn't detonate and use a particular.
Oh, it's still radioactive there. It's just they cleaned up afterwards. So for the first few days after it, you don't want to be there. Anything falling out the sky on you in that hot zone, you're gonna die. But After a while, you can go in there and clean up. Like Fukushima, all they did was take away about 10, 12 feet
What are
of
you
topsoil
really gambling with?
and then let it sit there for a few years. The land they strip back, measure it again, and then go, yeah, all right, you can move back now.
I don't know. I just think it's a bit more, how should I say, technical than to think we could just release a heap of nukes and destroy the Earth. When if you know how much power is put into a volcanic eruption every day,
Oh, yeah.
and all constant, continuous, all of that gets released every single day. The Earth radiates that every single day more. But the thing is, like it's in Japan, you can live. It's a localized area that continues to stand to this day with the devastation of a nuclear bomb.
People move back there. Yeah, it's not going to be good for them over a long period of time, but
they'll die. But hey, the whole world's not going to die. Is my point. We're not going to die. It'll be local to, within hundreds of kilometers, not thousands of kilometers like around the globe. 35.
Depends if everyone gets everything off. So, like, if America launched, 80 or whatever, and then towards Russia and China, and then Russia launched, 120 or whatever at America, and maybe us or Britain and
us. Yeah, I think we're an easy target for GP.
Them all going off at the one time, all spread out, which is going to be the problem. One going off here and there, just limited to the area. All out will move around depending on wind.
The reality is this: they're not going to bomb the US. They're going to bomb their allies. Okay, they're not Russia or China. They're not going to bomb the US because they can't. They'll bomb their allies, their unprotected allies who they can attack. Russia would prefer to attack England before they attack the US. They would prefer to attack their smaller allies before they would attack the US, because it's the same as attacking them, but they can't do much about it. And this, in Australia's case, it's too late. We can't defend against it. Of course, US might come into bat for us, but by that point, we've already been attacked due to our associations, because attacking the alliances of others is a big thing. You can't hit US, hit Australia. If you can't hit UK, hit Australia. They're unprotected and they're easy.
Whatever you got, you're gonna lob most of it at your main fucking dude. But yeah, you're gonna keep some for all the little guys. That's for sure. You got to give everyone a hit. Oh no, Russia will probably concentrate on England and United States, and China will probably clean up everyone else with whatever they got. Yeah.
Russia wants Europe and China wants Asia and Australasia.
Yeah, Eurasia. Yeah, Australasia.
America have enough arms to take on Russia and China simultaneously. Their military is far superior. Their weapons are superior.
Oh yeah, right now, this is China. China know they can't compete with the United States.
Mate.
They're less than 1/8 the budget of the United States. So that's why they spy a lot, because they know they never can buy enough weapons to have enough to go, all right, let's go, boys. So what they do is they try and spy and see what they do have, that they know they have, and they go, how can we counter that? And then they'll spend their money on trying to counter that. Because they just can't buy enough. America has the equivalent of like the next 8 countries in the world military budget. That's what they spend just on for themselves. They're the biggest, baddest thing going around.
Have this tasty ability. Why stand? Why stand when the camera will come to you?
But the longer we leave it, the longer we let people keep creating weapons and arms too. That's another thing you got to look at. Open vehicle had products out used before TJ. Yeah, they've been around for ages. Fucking Volcano. Was probably that brand was probably one of the first ones on medical list. Right, probably for that reason.
That doesn't taste like one.
Hey, John.
Well, get this. I don't care what anyone heard. When I was at school, there was a kid who had
They
this
do, John.
crazy issue, right? And his parents gave him weed, like in the 90s. Like they made oil in the 90s, and it was fine. He was coming to school, and everyone knew about it. And this is like, I was a little, way before cannabis was legal. I didn't know how they were doing that legally. I mean, without getting in trouble.
That is weird. But I have heard Nexus say there's been cases of medical dependent on the person and how much money they had and how far they were willing to go. That it could be done since, I think it's been like for 30 years or something, man. Yeah, John, Russia has like 15 or 1800 or something. No, America has like 15 or 1800, and Russia has like double that.
If they launch one of those
Yeah,
nukes,
double.
fucked. They're gonna get rammed in the fucking asshole like no one has ever been in their entire fucking existence, and along with the entire planet. So it's not gonna happen.
But the thing with America's nukes is they will decommission a nuke that they built 30 years ago, and then they'll build a new one.
A suicide switch.
And these new ones, man, they're way more kick-ass than the old one. Russia have a stockpile of old stuff and a few new things. When they launch these suckers too, there's like 32 warheads in one ICBM, and then they can all split off and go to different targets. Some of them are dummies, so you go shooting things down and you didn't even get the right one.
Fuck, it's getting dark here.
It's been pretty overcast here all day.
Yeah, for once. Been nothing but sunny days for like fucking 3 weeks.
Fuck, I can't open my fucking eyes. I hate when that happens. You know when you get so stoned that you can't open your fucking eyes anymore?
I don't know what that's like.
Fucking death. It happens, but it's a euphoric feeling. But when you open your eyes, it's just...
I've never been high, so I can't relate.
It just takes you a while to like fucking get back into it. I blow my nose.
Roll a jozza. Fuck yeah. Oh.
Oh, here we go. Hey, back.
Back. Breno. You doing, Breno? There's a vape, sir.
What's happening, Legends?
It's all happening. It's all happening now. You got a new Billy there. Look, oh, that's the same thing, is it?
No, I've had this for a while. Yeah, I got this like a year and a half ago or some shit.
I know I mentioned
it
last week.
This is a different one, yeah. I just bought out a different one for fun. Why not? Swap them around a bit.
All right. So it wasn't the same. I thought there was a slight difference. That's good.
Now, the other one was square. This one's round. That's the only difference. One's a cube, one's round. But yeah, I got the blowout today instead of the cube.
I noticed you've been in some of your videos. You've been you're going through the old bongs or something. I seen the gate of you. I was like, what the fuck is that? That is dirty. That's got to.
Oh, that was my mate's. That was my roommate's bong. I just went in there and grabbed it and did a video on it.
Good. It's good. Yeah. You should have cleaned the fucker. He'd come back.
Oh, he should. I tell him all the time. to clean his bong.
No, you do it. Fuck him. You do it. Fuck him. You just take his bong and clean it.
He can buy his own isopropyl alcohol and do it himself.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Hey, I've got a guy, Vape HQ. He's played Street Fighter. He started Street Fighter when we started, right, online, and his channel's just gone up to. Justin Wong had a go at him, right?
What? Really?
Yeah, because he
What
got like
the
1,000
fuck?
subscribers. He got 1,000 subscribers as Aussie Street Fighter in like a couple of days, and Justin Wong's like, oh, blah blah blah. He's trying to threaten him, but by then he's already got subs. But we're gonna do like a talk show because all of his subscribers are Street Fighter, enthusiasts and that. Because his channel's a Street Fighter channel. I'll have to introduce you to him. Fucking funny cunt. Because you know lots about it, and he wants to sort of do stuff like not like this, but conversate about old Street Fighter. Conversations about.
That's crazy, man. So wait, okay, fuck. He went to
Wong,
do Justin Wong. He
reported him because of the Evo. He was like posting all of these things about him on Evo, like, oh, check this out, Justin Wong. It's just what you do. Is your idol. Yeah. And Wong is like, oh, Wong, Justin Wong should be eliminated from the Evo for threatening other players. You know what I'm saying? You're who the fuck you think you are? You're threatening to shut down my channel, man. All of these new people coming to Street Fighter.
What?
And you're on this. That's the way I got it. Because Wong's up there. Power.
Justin Wong, he was one of the Justin Wong, he was the best Marvel versus Capcom player in the fucking 90s. Fucking he got second place in 2009 for Street Fighter. Fucking, but yeah, no,
so he can end people. He can, with power like that, man, with Street Fighters like that, they can end cunts by just saying,
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Because all this bad shit happened to him when he was coming up. So now hopefully he doesn't go doing that shit to other people. But
yeah,
but there's a whole documentary.
Maybe he just don't like Aussies. Just doesn't like Australians. Maybe one of
them. He
guys.
came over to Australia, man. Fuck, he was nice to every time when I met him. I don't know. He seemed alright. Getting photos.
I follow him. I think he's a good entertainer. Do you follow his YouTube?
I haven't watched him. I haven't really watched any of the Street Fighter guys play anything in years because Street Fighter 5 sucked and I'm not really a fan of number 6, so I haven't really watched anything. But yeah, Street Fighter 4 days, I used to watch them all the time. But, that's crazy.
So yeah, I'm thinking of doing a collab with him. But when I asked him to do the Street Fighter collab, he didn't have many subscribers. Like there was nobody there, right? But I knew he was going to be good anyway. But then the next week, right, or over the next month, watching him, seeing him grow really quick, and because he's an Aussie, he's from Melbourne, it's fucking funny as. He's just surprised that people do get around and
like Jay Wong, he's in the Guinness Book of Records. That dude, like he's in the Guinness Book of Records for playing fighting games, and he's going to get offended from some dude in Australia. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. That's weird to me. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, very weird. But they do that because you don't want because when someone's also exciting to watch, particularly if they're YouTubers, and they also play a game. You know how competitive games are. People give their life for games.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it looks like a Texas.
You know what you can do? You can take the battery out of here, right? And then you pull this off. Now you leave the battery in there, you pull it off, and you take the little metal part off, and you snip them. Then you turn it around, and you tie those little fucking wires there to the metal prongs that stick out to heat up the coil, right? Then what you do is you slide it back in, you turn it around, make sure it's attached, and then you go zap. You zap cunts with it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fucking hurts. Trust me, I know. I'm gonna fuck around with it. I was fucking around with it, and I was touched the ends, and fuck, it zaps you, electrocutes you. But you have to take it out and turn it around and snip the wires where the prongs come out. You see the prongs. So you can turn these into tasers. That's what I'm saying. Every one of these is a taser. It's made basically.
Right, nunchucks are illegal in New South Wales. I'm not allowed to train nunchucks anymore, right? But you're allowed to walk around with vape pens zapping people. Come on, man. Nah,
I don't know if you're allowed to. I don't know if it's like in the rules, but
Turn a vape into nunchuck. Loophole.
Yeah, right. Get two of them.
Done.
Fuck the sucks they passed that law, right? Nunchucks, man, in New South Wales. Fucking joke.
I love nunchucks. I love Michelangelo, man.
All
If it
they
wasn't for
do is
Michelangelo-
all they do is give people injuries. People get their broom handle or some fucking stick and they cut it and they put some little hooks in a
Onto
chain
the
and then they
elbow.
go swing, whack, fuck.
Yeah, people can jump off bridges as well. You just don't grab dumb shit and whack yourself with it. It's just own
Yeah.
stupidity. I don't know. It's not- like, fuck, we're babies and things. Like, I don't know. Like, you can fucking go. Yeah, I don't know. You can do stupid shit with anything. Like,
I'm pretty sure I got a pair in a drawer in here somewhere, Brano. Hey,
the
fair.
saddest thing is you're not even allowed to train foam ones anymore. Like, even the foam ones. Like, fuck, man. Even foam
Oh,
ones.
really?
The foam, man. Yeah.
I thought you could have the foam. The foam ones normally come with just like a piece of plastic, like a string or whatever, joining them together.
Oh, the foam ones are so weak, man. Like, you could hit a fucking can and probably crack the foam ones. They're so weak. Like, and they're still fucking.
Let's say you're not cracking yourself in the forehead and the back and.
You know, you're allowed to do katana, you're allowed to do dagger, you're allowed to do fucking bow staffs. No nunchucks? Nah. It's like, are you serious? Fair enough. Oh, shit happens, I guess.
I've probably still got a few of those hanging around too in the shed.
My grandfather made me some nunchucks when I was a kid one day, and he says to me, "Don't tell anyone that I gave you these nunchucks, or they'll take them off you." I had the nunchucks for about 4 or 5 years, and then I ended up pulling them out, showing somebody, and then one of the family members ended up seeing me. Nunchucks got confiscated. Fucking spewing. Where'd you get those from? Granddad made them for me. Oh, really? He got the shit. The nunchucks got taken. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where the fuck mine are now.
No, I put a lot of effort into them over the years. You know what I mean? Like,
I was thinking that I probably shouldn't find them because I haven't played with them in a long time. And yeah, I used to be pretty good, so I'd be thinking, oh, I know what I'm doing. And I've met myself in the head or something. I start off slow, it will be alright.
How are you, Bruce? Dusty. Cracking.
Dusty.
What the hell does that sound? What the fuck are you doing? What the hell was that? Were you doing that purposely?
What?
Can you hear that? Is that UPTP or the music? That music is tripped out shit, man.
The music, bro.
Wow. That music is fucking insane. What is that? PTP?
Porn.
I never got into porn. I was too much into rap. In fact, Korn was one of my most hated music groups. I couldn't stand this type of music, but now I
remember
don't
that
hear
South Park episode? That's how I know who Korn is. The Halloween episode when they're Korn, they go around like Scooby Doo. We're gonna solve some mysteries. That's why I remember who Korn is. Good old South Park.
Yeah, this is some tripped out music, I'll tell you that.
I used to bang my girlfriend to that shit in like when I was 16. Yeah, fully. The most darkest, depressed fucking music ever. No wonder I ended up this way.
Fuck, everything was pretty depressing in the night. It was just a lot of looking at the ground back then.
Trauma bonding, even like on another level.
Listen, there's a good chance somebody's trying to hack your website right now. You gotta make sure you're covered. I'm talking about enterprise-grade security built into your site and fully
You know,
managed.
crusty demon.
Check this out.
Like called
First up, prevention.
Disturbing the Peace.
The Wix platform is secure by design.
When that came out, that's when I was riding a lot, hell of a lot.
Penetration tests and designing code reviews. And you get a strong encryption.
I still reckon one of the most tripped out songs of all time is a song called by Eminem called Kim. Is that song Kim by Eminem is the most traumatic song that I heard. I've never heard such a song.
He hit the
Such a
nail on the head,
sound.
didn't he? He wanted people to complain about his music. They complained. That song was like completely destroyed Marshall Mathers LP. That one song. The first song, everyone's like, "I'll kill me" and all this fucking shit. And then he goes through all these songs, and then right at the end of the album, he plays Kim. It's just like people's draws would have been like, "You want to whinge about me saying the F word? There you go. I'll show you something to whinge about now." That would have been
Like
dropping that draw.
just the
first time I heard
sound,
that song.
like hearing that in your ear, like the stuff that he's saying, just screaming, shouting like that. It sounds like he's in the room with you, you know. And you can imagine like an abusive man standing over his wife and family, or vice versa. I don't know. It's just, and it gets into your mind and what he's doing to her. He's saying in a way that the most psychotic thought imaginable and expressing it in a way that's understandable and feelable. You can feel that hearing it. And if you guys haven't ever heard that song called Kim by Eminem, which you probably haven't if you're not into Eminem, have a listen to it. You'll understand why.
Which one's that? Is that bad? His missus or his mum?
Kim. He kills Kim. His missus. His mum's name's Debbie.
Debbie, that's right.
Yeah. Kim's his fucking baby's mom, the one that's the mother of Haley, and that other whatever her name is, the other girl as well. And then in the Slim Shady LP, right? That's the one he has the song where him and Haley go and kill the mom. That's that. But that's nothing compared to what Kim is, man. Kim's like on a whole nother level. Like
it's the next song.
He was proving a point when he did the Marshall Mathers LP. He wanted to show people the most horrific, fucking, most racial, disgusting album he'll ever make, because people are whinging about
murder music, like saddest murder, horror core.
That's the one, Julian.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. I know that song.
Come on, hey, we're going to the beach. Grab a couple of toys. We're gonna strap Mummy to the car seat. Where's my? Oh wait, we're gonna strap she to the car seat. Where's Mama? She's in the back of the trunk. That smell. Daddy must have ran over a skunk. You know that song? It goes in like fucking yeah. Yeah, that song.
Terrible music, but a reality music.
Fucking brainwashing music, if you ask me.
Yes. Exactly.
But it's also music. It's like South Park. It's like the cunt's trying to prove a point, like South Park. He's pretty much doing what South Park does. He says he talks about the most outrageous thing that everybody is talking about, and then he makes fun of it.
Taking the piss out of it.
Tries to get everybody riled up. He's pretty much like he's nowhere near as good as South Park, but he's up there. He's up there.
Going on.
Immortal Technique is the king of rap who's alive today. I reckon he's my favorite rapper of all time. Immortal Technique. He'd be my favorite. He'd be the best alive today. I reckon.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Cheese Legends.
Damn.
This is a Kiwi Red, New Zealand, 1D stamp. About 80 years old. Not worth anything, but for me, I'm surprised that that coin, that this coin, which is relatively new, and this piece of paper has outlasted things made of steel and iron. You know, piece of paper.
Oh my god.
You ever wonder why? If you look at these stamps, you probably can't see it. There's a watermark through here. You can't see it. It's in the paper, right? So if you look at a light like this, in the light, you see writing on the inside here, right? They're hallmarks. So the same hallmarks that are on this here silver are on these stamps. You can't see it with your eye. You need a light, right? So let me ask you this. Why they put hallmarks on paper? And did you know that back in the day you could take this back and get your money for it? They were actually legal tender. So
Yep.
my point here is this. Why is that worth money? Why would they put a hallmark on it the same way they would this? I'll tell you the answer. Paper. Paper. It's paper. It's what the paper's made of. Something to think about.
So a little piece of paper on the corner of a stamp, you know, defines whether a stamp's $2, $10, $15, depending on how high quality that little.
Yep,
piece of
it's
paper
about the
is.
quality of the paper. Yes, you got it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Because stamp paper it lasts longer. It's not like
okay.
other paper. It's a valuable paper. You know what I mean? And you hit the nail on the head right there. So it's a strange thing.
Twist, 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 twist.
Oi, oi.
Twist, twist, twist.
Paper. Look at the paper. Paper.
Want some resin.
Some resin? Got any resin? Got any resin? How much for the barrel? How much for the barrels?
Hey,
That's
Mark.
it.
Hey, Julian.
G'day everyone, how is everyone?
How's it going, Julian? He's connecting.
Good, mate.
There he is. How you doing, man?
Did you like the song recommendation?
The microphone's really fast.
We're listening to Corn. Is that a little bit of Corn I can hear?
Yeah.
How's it going, Monty?
Thought so. I used to like their first CD a lot.
Hey, guys, Dave Hope. Doing all right?
Your volume's crackly.
If you were talking to me, yeah, I'm alright. I heard alright. It just cut in and out a little bit.
Yeah, it was all like
I
crackly.
think probably internet.
Weird.
Yeah. Except for probably didn't make. Yeah, couldn't hear probably, but yeah, I think it's internet.
Oh no, probably the internet.
Did ya?
Yeah.
I could make out what he was saying, but like, yeah, it was broken. True, probably.
My brain just filled it in for me. I don't know.
I think that's what mine did for me.
Very good at doing that. I didn't know that that's how you see too. You don't really see everything that you're looking at. A lot of it's memory.
Yep.
But what
You can
what
spell
you're looking
words any way you want as long as they have the right words, right letters in it. You can spell the word back to front, have it all jumbled, as long as it has the proper letters in it, and your brain will automatically put the word together.
Wow.
What's everyone smoking on?
A bit of picnic pie.
Queenstown and cocaine.
Hell yeah.
Fucking dog. I've heard something like that, Brendan. I'm not sure whether completely though, because it's been a long time since I heard about that. Hey Jeff, how are you, mate?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yep.
Hi, Monty.
Hey Sunshine, how are we, mate?
Not bad. How are you?
Oh, fucking yeah, could be in a better place mentally, realistically.
Sorry to hear. There's a lot of that going around.
You're depressed, right?
Oh, just a lot of shit to deal with. So yeah, it is depressing. I don't like fucking my grandmother the way she's been treated. I don't like how people want to just fucking dump the old in homes and shit like that. out of sight, out of mind, and no longer their responsibility, even though people were raised by their mothers. This has me baffled.
Hmm. Yeah, I was with one of my friends last night, and she was in a manic episode. She's going from one subject to another, just consecutively without stopping. And it's just these topics that she's coming up with were completely unrelated. Bizarre.
My missus does that every day, bro.
Yeah. Sometimes your brain gets caught in this cycle and it can't get out of it, and sometimes it can last for years or a lifetime. The music's a bit loud.
I heard that stuff before.
It's
To Breno.
Shit.
Watching something about eyes. This was ages ago, right? And in the backyard, there's some on that thing, surface area. And there's all these
I
things
can't
on it.
understand you over the music.
And fucking, yeah, what they're doing for blind people is they were attaching like a little tiny, I don't know, like some sort of a camera or something in their eye, to the back of their eye. But back then it was like 8-bit, so they could only see in 8-bit. But this was when I was like on something like Beyond 2000, so it was ages ago. It's probably way better now. But that's when, I heard that you see upside down, the way the light goes in your eye reflects off something, spins it up the right way, and then it goes to the area that you can see, or where where you get your vision from.
Isn't film and camera also caught upside down?
Fuck, I don't know.
I remember maybe something to do with that as well, that it always was in upside down when it's received, and then when you projected it, somehow projected it back the other way, like right way up.
Alright, that's enough of that.
Maybe it was just early film because it was based on the same way our eyes worked. I don't know. I remember something like that as well.
I don't think I've had one eye ever switch back upside down.
Yeah, I'm gonna win now. Yeah, they know I'm voting. Stage 10 and macro, but they already know this. Hey, shake, bro, I'll be on that pro shit. It's the vortex, camouflage vortex. Your screen hard out, bro, I look fresh now. Better come with me, so I'm safe edge now. Brand new system, wrong, that's now. Yeah, yo, make me not to make the soul up in the soul place. Yeah, I'm showing it up to motherfuckers. Let's go stick. I see the large posts when I roll out from the boat. We clear the spot boats and let the goals break. Yeah, big stage, yeah, I'm going big dreams. One stop for the money, dance like a strip team. Yeah, big plays. Dream changes, split chains. It's a piece of piss.
That's my bump and pass shot.
Yeah, it's not my audio.
family hunters, yeah, party starters. Yeah, being in the flats with classy apartments, and this trap tape don't gonna get you going. Losing my mates, losing my faith. Used to feeling like a loser, am I losing my brain? Yeah, it's fried, but I find the most beauty in pain.
Sick of dancing with the devil, playing Lucifer's game. I've the stars of past. Lost too many fucking mates to this path of darkness. From the ocean floor, I've been trying to float the shore. Got my feet wet, hit it deep end, went overboard. It's just my lonely thoughts pouring out my vocal cords. I guess you got to know me more. I don't know how you were feeling this loss. So I keep sipping on the shivers till this shivering stops. Fuck it. How about Cogs?
You've earned this, mate.
No. Nice,
I
no.
was playing music, PTP.
No, all good, bro. That's why I paused what I was doing. When the music ran out over here, I heard yours come on as I was about to put more on. I thought I'll just leave it.
I feel as though I'm at the end of my rope. Basically a stick of dynamite with seconds to go. I'm set to explode and every shred of empathy known has left me alone. I take meds and meds make me a less hateful dude. But let's face the truth, ain't changed what I'm really like. What I've kept it sealed aside. So.
Can say I don't try and listen to music like this too much anymore because where words have power, it's called spelling for a reason.
They do. That's
and
why
it's
I turned that
always
last one
negative,
off.
sort of depressive stuff like that, and talking about loose words, you're just inviting it into your life.
Got the wheels in.
Have to talk to people that weren't there. Remember, I was sitting in a stadium and cars would drive past. There's a massive tree. And the cars would never come out the other side, even though the road continued. They should be. I could never see them coming out the other side. And I was sitting there talking to someone who was not even there. It felt pretty real. So I seen them later and they said, no, I wasn't there.
Look at this. This is a PTP, South Africa postage revenue 1D stamp. I haven't looked this one up yet, ever, so I'm going to look it up right now. See where
That's something I still haven't done. I swear I've got a stamp collection somewhere in a box somewhere from when I was a kid. We're sitting in storage.
Few penny reds are good, penny black, and with stamps, what's value about them apart from the paper is the centering of them. Or if you've got a corner, all right, if you've got a corner piece, they're even rarer because there's only 4 corners. On each sheet, there's only 4 corners. All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Stamps come on a big sheet,
Yeah.
or a big roll. And a roll, they're even better because if you've got an end, there's only 2 ends in a roll.
Yeah.
So that's how they're worth money. And a more centered, out of those, the best centered picture is the most valuable. In this case, it's very valuable because it has see the stamp over top of the stamp, right? See the stamp itself is a stamp,
but it's also been
Yeah,
stamped.
post
So
office stamp, yeah.
what that tells me is I can look up the numbers on this stamp that it's showing me and show out the location and time and when this was posted and which post office. I can find out exactly which post office this was stamped at by that little stamp that's on the stamp right there.
Yeah, yeah, that's the office that did stamp it.
Yeah,
That net in the
post
sky.
office that was stamped out. I thought they had to be new, like to be worth money or whatever. Yeah, not used
or unused.
No,
Yeah,
incorrect.
unused.
So here's the story on that. So what they do is stamp collectors will usually get sheets, but if they get singular ones, what they'll do is they'll take them to the post office and get them stamped. And what this does is put a time and date on them. Okay, so preferably they're stamped already, Monty. That's the interesting part you mentioned that, because even if they're not used, they get them stamped. You know what I'm saying? In the old days, they stamped them. They took them down just to get them stamped. Yeah, can you stamp my stamp? Click, 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 click. Done. Click, click, next sheet. Click, click, click. Stamped. Time, location, dated, history. That one stamp tells history. There's also the image on there, which is a boat. Here it is a boat. So I wanted the image on that boat. That'll tell, might be the first fleet to South Africa. I'll look it up. I'll let you know.
Net in the sky. People say it's for making sure your soul returns back to Earth, so you're like trapped here. Keep reliving life instead of going to the source or whatever.
You probably can't see it, but even the big one here is stamped. All of them are stamped, preferably. Yeah. So let's have a look. King George, that would be good. If I had this one here, what I've got now with the King George in the middle, that'd be nice. Assistant revenue.
How many stamps do you have in your collection, Hooks?
I don't know, a couple of thousand, I suppose.
Yeah, wow.
But like, it's only stamp keeps its face value. Remember that one thing, that a stamp will always keep its face value. So that is 1D, which is this, is 1 cent. The value of this originally was 1 cent. Now what I can get for this, probably 30 bucks. Now, if you can get 30 cents for 1 cent, that's a pretty good investment, isn't it? You know what I mean?
The investment's very high, yeah.
50 or maybe 100. I haven't got many though.
All right, fellas, I do got to get going.
You believe in the firmament, Jordan?
Do I believe in the firmament? Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
I
I'm
have to,
stuck
because
between.
I'm under the guise at the moment that everyone's faith is being tested to an incredible degree, right? I'm not saying that I'm a heavy fucking religious person at all. I don't go to church or anything like that, but I grew up in a Christian household, so I understand the basics to it, and I have read the Bible. So, from everything that I've seen so far, it suggests that we're in a closed system and we're not going to get off this planet. So, I think, yeah, find your faith in whatever it is, stick to it.
I used to believe in evolution as I grew up, right? Growing up, evolution, then fucking after I served overseas, PTSD, drug addiction, fucking hit my bottom. I'm born again, right? So, and reading about the first guy who flew into the stratosphere, he described it as a bowl, firmament, right? But yet, then I still struggle with fucking that you can get a telescope and look at fucking planets and stuff like that, right? I don't believe in flat Earth. I struggle between the two, like, because I know they only used like 70 scripts out of 772 to make up the Bible, so they left a lot out. I think, like, I don't go to church. I don't go to church because I also remember God's first words, like He is everywhere. Do not build altars. Do not build idols. For I am everywhere. Pick up a stone, break a stick.
I think.
No, God is in you. The church is in you.
Yeah, God. The church is you, exactly, and God is in us.
Body is your temple. You take care of your temple. Be careful what you allow into it. You know,
exactly.
What
I've learned.
And that's like, what's the first thing they teach us in school? Spelling. Spelling used to be something considered as witchcraft back in the day.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
So all of our words, our language has been changed a little bit to kind of confuse us in a way. So, yeah, it's like the plane of inertia is what we're on.
I just don't know where I stand on the firmament and stuff like that. I worry about aliens and stuff like that because I think that may be just some sort of thing to make us lose our faith even further and be tricked by, like, I think maybe they're demonic entities, right? And they're a thing to make us wage war against God.
100%. 100%. Because you look at the people in power at the moment. You know what I mean? You look at Scott Morrison, for example. He was a pagan Christian. If you look at the pagan Christian beliefs and whatnot, and what they actually believe in, it goes back to sacrifice.
I said a guy in my platoon, when I was an evolutionist, was a Pentecostal, right? And I didn't know what branch of Christianity he was at this time. Like, I just knew him as Christian, and he was 2 weeks off becoming a qualified pastor. Right? When he joined the army, and we used to just smash into him about the Bible and stuff like that because I was an evolutionist at the time and just trying to break his faith. And then when me and another guy, both of us near-death experiences and fucking hit rock bottom, he was born again as well. I got born again, but didn't go down the same church. Whereas my other friend, he went off with this Christian guy to Pentecostal churches and stuff like that. And then after a couple of months, come to the realization it's a cult.
Wow. That's heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah, it was really trippy. Like, he ended up fucking leaving them, and he ended up finding a Presbyterian church and stuff like that. He goes to that. He hassles me a fair bit because he goes to church and he's actively fucking trying to find the meaning of the scriptures and all that, and deeply into it. He actually had a lot more worse experience than I did. Like, his heart nearly fucking popped on him, the poor boy.
Well, I'm pretty into the Buddhist Christianity side of things, actually, because my first ever religious experience happened when I was 14 on my first ever LSD trip. So I had religious concepts, but nothing of Eastern traditions and whatnot. And I had Ganesh, 6-armed elephant, present itself to me. And it was like doing them ones with 6 arms, and it was covered in rubies and gold and just radiating love. I actually punched a hole in the wall trying to get to it. But yeah, Pat shut up, got in trouble. Yeah, I had an out-of-body experience that night as well. It was incredible. My first LSD trip. So yeah. So from now, dove a little bit further, questioned my faith a little bit in Christianity, I kind of looked at all religions as a whole because they all have the same ideology and the same fundamentals. And the word fundamental is like fun to mental, you know what I mean? Play with what you're reading. Play with the idea of things, question everything. But yeah, what's your take, Monty? What do you believe in? Christianity or?
Yeah, I don't go right into Christianity. Like my dog's
itself.
playing after the dinner.
Is that Alice in Chains I hear?
Yeah.
I know Alice in Chains.
Not exactly sure where I fall, right? Within, I believe in God, like in like probably Jesus as well, but I don't believe in the church because I think the church took control of what was the original message and twisted it for their own fucking power.
Of course, absolutely 100%. So that's why I mostly tried to like hold my own faith a little bit in myself and have trust in myself and what I've experienced and what I know to be true from my experience, you know what I mean? Because that's all we can really prove is what we've went through and what we know.
Yeah.
From that first-hand experience without that second-hand information from somebody else. Because if you look at the translation of Jesus in Aramaic and whatnot, it translates to something like Yeshua. You know, so the name of Jesus in the Bible is incorrect. And that, even like the suggestion that Jesus got nailed to the cross is also incorrect. It says that because Judas betrayed Jesus, God replaced his face with Jesus's so that Judas would be nailed to the cross. And supposedly, this challenges the Bible a little bit, but it suggests that Jesus goes on to live his life and he goes and learns the ways in Egypt. And there's actually has to be stated in Egypt where he went and learned all the different philosophies and the practices and traditions of the world.
Yeah.
I think
Before
it was Mary
read a little bit as well, like before he come back at 33 years old and got baptized, that he was maybe sent eastward, maybe India-wise, and that learnt things from India and stuff like that, old Eastern technique.
33 years old. How many vertebrae do we have in our spine? 33. Right, we have 33 vertebrae in our spine. So there's other thing as well. If you go out and you don't fornicate, you like keep your sacred energy to yourself. So you don't watch porn, you don't do none of that. And in the time that the moon is where it was when you were born, or something like that. If you're meditating and shit, you can have that sacred energy, which is cerebrospinal fluid, travel up from your sacrum to your claustrum, right? And you can have these heavy religious experiences, but you have to practice these meditations and these rituals and get a little down pack. There's a lot you can find.
Well, that's the first time I've heard another person talk of that. That's a very interesting. The spinal thing you just mentioned about traveling back up through the spinal.
Yeah, the story of Santa Claus. People don't know that either. It's
yeah, very interesting. Carry on.
Knowledge is key. Knowledge is key. Yeah. What's your take, Hook? Have you heard much of any of this before?
I grew up with a Catholic father and a Christian mother.
Yeah.
Both all grew up. I actually used to go to Sunday school.
Yeah.
Right. So I went to church as a youngster, and we used to say grace. We used to say grace. Yeah. Not with only because when my grandmother was around and that, you know. But for a while we did go there, you know, most people. But I'm not a religious person. That is, I don't see it as in there's a higher or a lesser power. I don't see any. I don't see anything below me or anything above me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I see it, and I see everyone as part of the universe is energy, and it could be good energy, harmony. You know, we're a conscious energy. Maybe also sometimes I think maybe we're not attached. So the conscious. Okay, let me just give you this idea. I think sometimes we're like we have parasites, right? Humans are just a vessel for parasites, really, that we don't even realize exist. You see what humans do, you see what we can do, and we see what we do. And maybe, could it be that we are actually the host of a parasite?
You host the billions and billions of fucking trillions.
That's what makes us conscious.
Yeah, we definitely already are host to parasites, but fucking, I don't think a parasite controls our content.
Yeah, well, so many people are wondering, do they have something to do with our content?
Well, they would have to have. I tell you what,
with
they'd have
what we
to
do and desire in our lives.
because we're killing them.
I'm glad we're able to have this chat, fellas. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, good, right? It's fucking awesome to have this chat, actually.
I kind of lift my eyebrow up like this at sort of the whole God concept, but I believe that it's that's what religion's all about, is having a belief in things and faith in something that you envision and see and hope for, even the afterlife. I think it's connected to the afterlife more than the actual life. I think there's
that's what I like about the concept. The concept that religion is for people that are afraid of going to hell, and spirituality is for people that have been there. So
fear of death.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Once you overcome that fear of death, you develop something what's called a no-death concept. And that's why I heard this comedian turn around and say people shouldn't be allowed to do DMT because one day you're going to die and it's going to be like your 9th best DMT trip. So, yeah, because when we die, that's the chemical our brain releases.
Yeah, yep. It is called the God molecule for a reason.
That's right, yeah.
I don't think there's a Satan either.
I do. If there's good, there's got to be bad. If there's good, there has to be bad. If you believe in that one, you have to believe in the other.
No,
Yeah,
I
don't believe God all
Satan
good.
himself.
I believe God is good and bad. God is everything.
God could be the devil in God's clothing, skin. Change his skin, mate. And then later on, when everyone believes in God, he just unzips and goes, "I got you."
Well, that is how the Antichrist returns. Everyone shall believe that he is the fucking Christ incarnate again. Out to fool the world, make them believe in him, that it's God return, or it's Jesus return, but it's not the Antichrist. And when he comes back, the end of days is upon us. Armageddon.
Who do you think it is, Bezos? Bill Gates? Maybe Elon Musk or Zuckerberg?
I don't know. I feel like everybody's looking outward for somebody to come and save the world, sort of thing. Elon Musk is making the promise of space exploration. The likelihood of us actually making the distance and setting up civilizations, I think, is highly improbable. I think we have an opportunity to fix some of the stuff we've done here on this planet, but yeah, I'm not too sure where to start.
I don't think our planet's too far gone. It's probably easily, if we just probably tried to install the old fucking original green movement from the 70s and just kept what was green and replanted certain areas, we'd be fine.
Humans' ambition is to leave this planet as soon as possible. The ambitions of humans is to explore and go further. It doesn't matter what we leave behind or who is left behind. The whole colony will be left behind if one was to go across or two is to go across the river. All right, that's the reality of it. So we're eventually going to live and die, but humans will live on. Humans now are at the point of actually we need to find a way for humanity to survive anyway. Whether who, how, and when, it won't be any of us, unless
Yes, it does, John.
But that's ultimately we're fucked. And by the look of it, there is a way to survive in space. There is a way now to survive, not for us, but I think they could survive in space indefinitely already.
Well, where is space? That's the question. Because our atmosphere, they don't know where our atmosphere technically ends. Because we have a ecosphere, stratosphere, which stretches hundreds of kilometers. It's actually a lot further than what we thought.
Exosphere, extremosphere. They're some of the last ones, but it does end.
I think they've already been to Mars.
And this whole thing with the net and all that, right, boys? That's spiritual. That's people have sent probes. Probes are outside the solar system right now. People built. People went to the moon. People sitting up on a space station 400 miles above our heads. That net is
They've sent thousands out. Thousands have been sent out.
Make you have to relive life.
We know one or two gone out, but
the best I can understand, anyway.
We know nothing about it. They'll never show us.
I can't believe in the firmament in the old way of believing in the firmament. I have to think of it as a new way, because I know people went to the moon, and that just jumped in the space station, and it's probed outside the solar system.
I think of the firmament nowadays as the gaseous clouds and shit like that join all the galaxies and universe together. I think of universes and galaxies and all that, and all us as little cells on God's body.
So the galaxies and the nebulas and all that, that's what you're considering the firmament, the actual tangible.
Now, who knows? Maybe you know how our neurons connect in our brain? Space and universe could be just God's brain.
Have you seen the picture of what we can see in the universe?
Right?
It looks like the brain.
Yeah, it does. Like, that's why I think sometimes the way, like, when you look at the way neurons work and stuff inside our brains and then look at the map of the universe, it looks exactly the same. And yet they talk about fucking things being able to travel quicker than light, instantaneous, because of fucking that spooky effect that Einstein talked about. Neutrons being able to be in one here and also in another place at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. So if you affect, quantum entanglement. Yeah, that's it. Right. So if you fucking affect a neutron here, it affects a neutron on the other side of the fucking universe. So that's exactly like a brain.
So to do it though,
multiverse theory.
You couldn't do it from.
So it makes me like a multiverse is just his different fucking thoughts and stuff when he's having another little different imagination going on and creating something else.
To do that, you're talking about how they move space, right? Right. Instead of moving the object, they sort of move space, right? But you can't or shrink space in between. So they're doing something.
No, I'm not talking about that. No, there's a thing that fucking Einstein and they know by quantum entanglement, right? Everything in the universe is intertangled. It is joined. Whether you can see it or not, something on this side of the universe and right here, like a neutron right here on Earth, is entangled with one on the furthest side of the fucking galaxy and that. And when you fuck with this one, you fuck with that one instantaneously.
If you look at cymatics, if you look at cymatics, yeah.
Someone sounds fucking up. It's going through twice. Can anyone hear that? Just me.
Yeah, an echo. I was just checking my settings just to see if it got rid of it. Seems to have got rid of it after I fucked with mine.
How's that?
No, I can hear myself again.
Not anymore.
Press echo cancellation on someone's fucking settings.
Here now. Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, I did. I just heard you. It just has me baffled. The more I go down into this thing, and like, I don't know whether I should even be bothering trying to figure out what God is actually like. The fact that I just know He's there is fucking comforting.
Don't put all your time and effort to it, but don't ignore it either. All
Yeah, I don't put
possibilities
all my
are
time effort
explored.
into it, but like, maybe I shouldn't even bother putting any effort into it, and just should be grateful that I know He's there instead of trying to figure out what He is.
Well, I think
Or
if
what
we
it
go
is.
step aside, to be honest, if we're truly like looking for answers, like go sit and be quiet with yourself, you know. Maybe like
I'm going to try that moon thing, man. I'm going to try the moon thing. That's for sure, because I know what moon phase mine was in when I was born. Done all that stuff, so.
yeah, there's a lot of like for me, mine's the 10th of every month. That's where the moon sits for me, I think. So like, there's 9 days where you can't do anything, right? And that energy that you save up, ultimately, you give back to yourself. It's it's fascinating.
And then I also we looked into, that's got to do with the alien thing. So that sounds like the moon stuff. We're talking that dude saying, what's his name? Fucking that runs that app.
Inviting them in.
Yeah, you sit there and meditate and somehow invite aliens to communicate to you. That sounds like you're inviting a demon to use your energy. Not
the
invite
CE5 group,
like if
close
aliens are
encounters
so
of the fifth
superior
kind.
technology, they shouldn't need to be fucking invited in. Only demons and shit need inviting in.
Well, get this. I heard somebody say if you like take LSD, right, and you get a higher powered laser and you shine that laser on the wall, when you look through the actual laser, you can see zeros and ones. So I reckon we're in a full blown, like, suggesting we could be in a simulation, even perhaps, because everything is made up of numbers and geometrics.
Well, maths
ultimately.
Lots of geometric shapes, geometry for sure. I haven't seen the ones and zeros here, but I will say this:
are they just little gates to other dimensions?
They found an error correcting program in the universe. Now that's a trip.
An error correcting program.
Yeah. Why does it need to correct errors?
Here you go.
So, and that simulation thing that comes from that simulation thing that comes from a couple of theories, and they're different. Some are that we've already lived and we put our whole history, all of it, into a computer and have set it up so we never die. Like it just keeps playing over and over. Other people say that it's like a symmetry that we could be the reflection of what is actually going on somewhere else.
We can postulate something
we're
real.
the hologram, and the real shit's happening somewhere else.
We're a seed.
Our eyes are like black holes, right? For example, we've taken all the light that's around to perceive what's around us and ultimately come up with reality. But reality is only different for people that have interpretations about it. Otherwise, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? And that's where even Buddhist philosophy suggests Krishna. Everything's perfect just the way it is. And it's just how it's supposed to be. Now, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on in the world, don't get me wrong. But without all that fucked up shit going on in the world, we wouldn't know how to appreciate all the good stuff that's going on in the world.
Yeah,
so
you can't have good without bad.
One without the other. And that's where
Science will back
reality comes into
that up
play.
too, because that's when you observe an experiment, you give it bias. If you weren't observing it,
that's
the outcome is
Schrodinger's
different. And they know this. This is yeah. Yeah.
She likes the dark
What a mystery.
The only thing I worry about with my faith now is whether I do enough works for people.
If you do enough what, sorry?
Works.
Enough
Like,
works.
Yeah, do you know how, like, if you look into fucking what Jesus and that says, like, the more you shepherd your herd and the work you do for people, like, it works for the community, works for people to help them. That's what grants you into God heaven, mostly, like, with what your words.
Yeah.
Where a lot of Christian
Nothing.
faiths have got that back to front where they think if they just preach a lot of shit and that and ask fucking cunts to donate and that and then fucking like evangelists and shit
Yeah.
have that message back to front. And a lot of people also think they can donate their way to heaven. A lot of Christians. Go to church and put it in a template for the fucking priest to pocket. Realistically, the church to pocket because it doesn't really go out to people that need it most of the time.
Everybody's taking turns. Just ordering some food. I'm still here.
Plus, I'm worried we've got the Sabbath on the wrong day. Like mainstream Christianity's got the Sabbath on the wrong day, worshipping the wrong day now. The Sabbath's the Saturday, not the Sunday.
Oh, April 1st is actually the start of the year as well, if people didn't know that. We have 13 lunar cycles in a year, so 13 months in a year.
Yep.
Right. April Fool's Day was called April Fool's Day because of the people that celebrated the start of the year on January the 1st. Because Pope Gregory changed the date in 1582, where they lost like 10 days or some shit in October because they altered the calendar.
Gregorian. The new one's the Gregorian one.
Yeah.
Calendar.
Yeah.
No, I think the old one's the Gregorian, is it? One of the two.
No, it used to be the Gregorian one. We go by the Julian calendar
Yeah,
now.
Julian calendar now, yeah. Yeah, the old one's the Gregorian.
Some countries still use Gregorian. Some European countries.
Yeah, Orthodox countries, a lot of Orthodox countries still use Gregorian.
For fuck's sakes, I set all this up right. I have a bong, try and shine the light on it, and my camera's on my lighter. Where's my bloody lighter? My camera's sitting on it.
Dan always had a keen eye on the competition. Nobody beats Dan Murphy's. Nobody.
I'll be back in a sec, just going to get a drink.
Didn't finish that one. Didn't feel airtight. I'll tell you one thing, if I'm against anything, which I'm not really, well, there is a few things in religions. Mutilation for one.
Yep.
That's another thing I just forgot.
You know, in the Bible it says that by law, supposedly that God has to give the devil a chance to try and convince mankind that he isn't real, and that's how he takes him down.
I don't believe in saying there's only one God.
Yeah.
I'm a strong
I know what you
believer
mean.
that God would himself would find it as a sin. And that's why, and you know, if you believe you're born into sin, then yes, that is your confession. But I'm not. And just because others believe that I'm born into sin, and just because I might believe something, it doesn't mean it's true about you guys. I believe think like this. Okay, well, I'm not religious, but I think if you do this, you might go to hell. Now that would mean me, you know, and hopefully wishing that somebody who was like a sex offender to a child would live in hell and pain, like would live in pain and misery even after death, rather than literally meaning in a religious term to go to hell.
Well, that's supposedly why Jesus got nailed on the cross, right? So he died on the cross and died as if he committed all the sins that we have so that we may not go to hell and suffer. So it doesn't matter ultimately what the fuck we do in life, say, so to speak, according to them, because we're forgiven ultimately. But I think it's also about coming face with all the bullshit we've done and admitting to ourselves ultimately and forgiving ourselves and transgressing that negativity into something positive and doing something with it. Because if you can't do that, I think at the end of our lifetime, you're going to have a lot to count for that you didn't realize. And like Monty said, our words are sacred. You know, what we speak will come into fruition. You know, you notice that a lot of the time.
Divine intervention. I believe that there is a divine intervention, but godly would, for me, the whole word God, godly, the whole idea of such all-conquering power would do that. But not to say that there isn't divine intervention.
Yeah.
Which is the same, sort of.
Yeah. I've never had divine intervention, so to speak, aside that LSD trip, right? And my DMT trip that I had last September, I didn't November, sorry. I didn't experience God or anything like that. I experienced something higher or bigger than myself, right? I don't know if it was my pure state of consciousness that was unbiased, unfiltered, without any bullshit, and it was just raw. And like the pure essence of what I'm made of, like giving me advice, you know. But I was just reassured that I was loved. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't worry.
Well, that's awesome, man.
You know, no.
See, I believe that I have experienced my life personally. So it's probably that as religious as I really get, right into the core of it is acted on with divine intervention. My very existence. Divine intervention there exists for. They're for, not just for me personally, for me, but that's, you know, for me, that you can have divine intervention, and I recognize it and I appreciate divine intervention, but I don't recognize it as God. I can't say that it's telling me to believe or think or a story such, you know. But I know it's there. It's almost a
It's there.
smell of
It's like the mystery.
Yeah, you know, like I shouldn't be alive. Or are there in circumstances where moments of life, and I remember things so clearly with the smell and color throughout my life, and I've been able to replicate and learn very strange patterns, and I think that's not actually parasitic. It's the divine intervention is parasitic. Do you know what I mean? It's probably it's weird. Consciousness and divine. I don't know.
I think there's a lot to it. Hey, Hooks, would you try DMT ever? Was that something you'd try? Like,
you don't know me well yet. You don't know me well yet.
All right. We'll have to take that up because I'd love to be there for you. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear your take on it.
I don't go out. Look, I'm not the kind of guy to go out and there's some things I'll seek eventually. Sometimes, all right. That is like occasionally, very, sporadically, years apart. I like a bit of mushrooms.
Yeah.
And most of the time, they're never giving me what I experienced, but they're giving me a bloody good time. Like the last time I did mushrooms was probably when the last Mortal Kombat game came out. So the first time I'd seen the new Mortal Kombat game, the trailer, I was like, whoa, it's fucking epic. But I loved it. But I never found maybe what you were speaking of before, that divine or that reality check. It wasn't there. I had a good time. It's all right. A couple of times, gone. And that's it. Done with it. Wait till fucking the next time I seek it, which might be 5 years from now. Might be tomorrow. But it's an active choice. It's an active choice of mine to experience that. But of course, I would want it to be absolutely safe. I'm a very,
of course, 100%, 100%.
Abuse, if I was going to or use, would be pharmaceuticals because they're done in a lab and they get you higher.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Because I'm cautious too. I've got a heart condition, you know what I mean? So I have to be cautious when I approach substances, particularly. Because adverse effect, I have a heart attack, I'm fucked. That's just, the harsh reality of it.
So my father's advice was everything in moderation.
I agree. As a recovering ice addict, I don't blame substance at all. I blame my circumstance that allowed me to get into that situation and that mindset that dragged me down. That was just a substance I was using to cope. And ultimately,
you know what, brother?
It kept me alive.
I reckon for someone who's recovering from ice, right, particularly if you use the old glassy, dabs are a good way to get out of it. Yeah, dabs are a really good way to think, wow, this is cool, man. I could do this with weed, man. And so it's sort of like a mind change as well, because it is very, someone who was consuming ice that way, which is probably a dirty way, let's face it, but it's the quickest way.
Well, I did smoke a crack bong too. That was cool.
Yeah. So using the dabs through it's like, wow, for them, you know, and they get knocked out pretty quick. You know what I mean? So it's not like they get the really big whoa with the dabs the first time. But if you can get someone addicted quickly to dabs and off of the ice, it's a good tool, isn't it? It's a good switch. But you have to be able to supply them with the oil long enough. For example, I know people that if I could supply all of the oil for them to smoke dabs, they probably won't consume ice anymore.
Yeah.
Because they'd have continuous free dabs. Right?
Yeah.
Right? If I could supply them with, and that's sometimes what I've done to keep people off, and it's worked. I've made sure that they've always got weed, you know, certain friends, you know, And that's what's important, because then I don't have to go look for anything. I say, you're stoned. Can't go anywhere. As long as I can keep them stoned long enough.
Send me
they
your
don't
bank
realise-
details, Hooks.
Yeah.
I'll fucking let you know when I get my Centrelink pay, and you can just post it up to where I'm at.
Yeah, but and that's all. That's what I do with mine.
Yeah.
That's what most of my.
Where you go?
That's how it helps with the people I know in that situation. And dabs, like I said, is one thing, because I've had some friends ring me up and they said, "Oh, have you got any dabs left?" I was like, they said, "Yeah, I fucking we enjoyed that, man." But they don't smoke much of it either.
Yeah.
But it just keeps them stoned long enough to realize they've gotten away. They've gone away for 2-3 weeks without using, and then it's a month.
That was
It's like a month.
the strange thing with me, right? What I've found with being on ice every day and around some nasty fucking people is ice addicts do not like to smoke marijuana. I was one of the few and far between. You know what I mean? Because it skits them out.
Yeah.
The
And also, they can smoke the whole fucking bowl, the cunts.
Yeah.
Right? They smoke the whole bowl too. After that,
Yeah,
nothing
was-
happens later on.
That was me. Yeah, I was just using the weed to like.
Are you even stoned right now? They're doing some weird shit, like fucking drawing on a picture.
Yeah. Oh man, the ones that can draw pictures aren't they a special bunch? Fuck. Have I met some people? But yeah. Hey, ultimately, I got to be grateful I didn't get my head jumped on in that experience. So I was respectful enough to the people that were ripping me off that they didn't feel the need to come jump on my head. So fool me once, shame on me. You catch me twice, I'll be holding a fucking knife, you know? And I think that's what stopped them from running through my house while I was actually there.
See, I've never paid for anything in cannabis.
Yeah. I never
Everything's
paid for my consumption with ice either. Unfortunately, I got trapped in the situation where I moved the meth dealing hooker into my house. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that
they
puts you in a
freebies. They always give out
situation.
freebies. Yeah, always freebies.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
here,
that's
go
it.
to
I
the
was
door,
on
I'll
all
get
the
you
time.
got all the money,
Yeah.
don't worry.
I was on all the time, and my rent was paid because I didn't have a job. So she paid half the rent, and then I had another housemate who was working, and he paid the other half. So I was just getting high and looking after my fucking dog because I'm like, these cunts want to steal my dog.
I get messages all the time. I don't know. Do you guys? Is it normal if you used to get messages from women asking to give money to you if you need it?
I've had chicks do that to me before as well. Yeah,
It's a scam, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a scam. Like they'll go on you because they know you got a good heart or some shit, bro. But I don't know. It's
No,
weird.
they want to give you money. Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah, I don't know. That's different.
Oh, sugar man, like they got real profiles. Check out their profiles, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
just be quiet and I'll be a sugar man." I said, "Nah, that's all right. Thanks, it's very kind." But then if they keep sending messages, they think "Oh, I'm not joking."
One of them hit me up and I said, "What do you want me to do for money? What do I got to do for this money?" He's like, "I'll give you $5,000. I'll give you $2,000 this week, and $5,000 a week every week after." And I went, "Well, what do I got to do for this money?" "Oh, you just give me your bank account details and stuff." And I'm like, "Nah, bye."
I say send a credit card.
I had one off. I had one off $5,000 and then a daily allowance just to talk to her because her husband died. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll fucking see where this is going because I like this creative motherfucker. And they're like, okay, I've sent you the 1,000. Like, and then they sent me a screenshot, and they're like, you just have to pay the $105 fee to receive your $1,000. And I'm like, I don't know about that. And they're like,
It's good to
okay, you
simp-
don't
yeah.
trust me.
Simps pay it though.
Okay. Simps
I can't
pay
believe
the beta
there needs to be
bales, the beta
something-
bales pay it.
Yeah, men need to be and youngsters need to be aware of this. So
Yeah. Hey man, I've had people try to scam me before. You know, when I was in high school, my photos got leaked. Fucking as an adult, I had somebody try and scam me with my photos. They're like, I'll send it to everybody on your Instagram. Da, 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 da. I said, well, you know what? Go for it, because I haven't got the $1,000 to pay to begin with. And they're like, oh fuck, we're not going to get no money out of them, so okay, and nothing come of it. But
Yeah, that's why I hate cash funds, brother. I don't like cash funds. I'd rather a stamp.
hell yeah, respect.
Might clean my. I got this little. Give it a bath. Clean.
Nice.
Sterling silver.
What year?
Hey Monty, how's the Pop Fury Bowl? Isn't it awesome to look at and just like to play with and go, wow, what is and how is?
Yeah,
it's been made by pressing and carving and welding, soldering. So it's had all three techniques used to it because you can clearly see it's been pressed in the cage and cut out and carved. But I couldn't work out it's a complete where it come from, you know.
Yeah.
And there's only 750. I think it's at 750 silver in it, which is 75%. That should tell you a bit about where it comes from. Which country used 75% silver, and it wasn't Britain because they used the sterling standard always. Just 925.
I bet you're wondering what is next. What's up, dog?
Hey!
This is where I belong.
I could change anything. This is a show. I love it.
Hey there, Gillespie.
What did I miss?
Nothing at all, mate.
Cool.
You know, another good way, guys, to clean your silver, if you don't have any silver, is by using cigarette ash. Because cigarette ash is so fine, and what it does is it doesn't scratch the surface, but it polishes it. So you can use ash as an alternative form of polish for your metals. In case you don't know. Just ash out your ashtray will do. Don't mix it with water. Use it dry. Should work.
I just noticed the light that I turned on above me didn't come on, which means it's not connected properly. I reckon if I touch it with my hand.
Zap.
There we go. Yeah, I'm waiting for the day that it pops and lightning striking the head like Final Destination. But, yeah.
So what you do is you cover the whole thing first with your silver or whatever you...
And did you put Figgy Ash on that?
No, I'm just using actual cleaner polish.
Can I let you guys in on a little joke?
Yeah. Shut up, you love jokes.
Hooks, you might have a laugh at this. I'm in a
I'm not
Adelaide
even-
UFO sighting, in an Adelaide UFO sighting group. So I decided I was gonna do a little bit of a joke and fuck with some people, right? I posted a photo. Look, I just saved it off Google and like spotted northern suburbs of Adelaide 30 minutes ago. Can anybody please explain? And I posted it anonymous. I've got so many fucking reactions, man. But
Oh shit!
it's just like that.
Shit! Yeah.
So
Oh,
close to
yeah.
like, people are like, the fighter jets have been out from the RAF base. That explains
wait.
that.
Yeah.
Oh man. But
That's funny.
some people
What's
are
the
like,
room
what the
for
fuck?
in?
Yeah. And people are like, they're here. Oh man. I love messing with people. Because I think it's just another distraction. Now they're telling everyone about the UFOs and shit, you know? It's like,
It's
why
crazy,
now?
isn't it? Yeah.
Why now? You know what I mean? What's the significance of telling us now? So we had COVID. They managed to keep us locked indoors. You know what I mean? Everybody done as they were told and kept their mouth shut. The people that didn't got arrested and fined, and then those fines were found out to not be valid and not legal at all, and all the money that were paid on those fines returned to the people. They turned around and said the people that got vaccinated were not forced into it. It was all our decision and whatnot. But it wasn't. I wouldn't have had a job if I didn't get that vaccination. Do you know what I mean? So,
Queensland Health still second notices they haven't got the jab.
Yeah, wow.
And it was all the whole idea of mandation was because they were told that the vaccine will stop transmission. That was that was the guilt trip of, oh, you don't want to kill your nana, go get that vaccine. And if it was personal, right? If it
So
was
we had that.
going to save your life and not do anything with transmission, then it's your personal choice. But because they touted it as you not having it will affect everyone else, that's why they put a mandate on it. Then all that was found to be all
So
bullshit.
we had COVID. We had the lockdown. Now we've had the war with Ukraine. We had Jeffrey Epstein. We've had what? The fucking Pizza Gate being exposed. Hollywood's being exposed for all some shit. So it's like, what's happening now? Why are they giving us this information? You know,
To
it's-
justify the overhaul of the current Western world.
I think it's a distraction for us moving into a different thing. So there's a suggestion that the Mayan calendar wasn't the end of the world. It's actually the start of a new age. So we've entered the Anthropocene, right? It's I can't remember what it's all called. If you look it up, you do some research, you'll find a little bit about it.
Yeah, there's
The Mayan
ages.
calendar wasn't the
I think it's
only
gonna-
one based on that.
I
There's
forget-
a
I
few
forget the
fucking
link.
ancient cultures that have a fucking
Yeah. And one-
calendar that works on the same thing, like a start
Golden
of an age,
age,
then it goes into a golden age, and then a declining age, and then restarts.
Yeah.
And,
And there's
they're
also
about
another one
3,000
called.
year cycles or something like
And
that.
there's also another one
Yeah,
called the
we have
breath of
1,000-year
God.
cycles and the
We'll call it
magnetic
breath of
poles are
God.
going to shift. And if that happens, if the magnetic poles shift, that means our north will go to south, which is already happening, by the way. The North Pole is moving to the South Pole at like 45 kilometers a
The
year.
North Pole is the South Pole, and the South Pole is the North Pole. It's just we've been calling
also
the North
shifting.
Pole the North Pole for so long. We're not going to change it. But it's not the North Pole. It doesn't have the poles. Yeah. North Pole is the South Pole.
How's that?
The polar charge. It's actually the southern, not the northern.
But like, isn't it based on the way the world is facing, like compare relative to the sun?
No,
Like
it's
the northern hemisphere,
the-
southern hemisphere, and that's why it's the northern pole, south
The
pole.
attraction. That's why you compass doesn't point south.
But the world shifted, right? We used to be on a 25-degree tilt. We're now on a 45-degree tilt. Not sure
30
why.
degree tilt or something like that, because that's what the pyramids are on, 30 degree. And then fucking, I know we did do a tilt, like a tilt during fucking the earthquake, the tsunami shift. There was that much water shifted around the globe that it tilted and made the fucking Earth's axis wobble. But then a couple of earthquakes has also done that again since. But I have noticed like that, yeah, like you look at the poles, like they do oscillate anywhere every year. Like the poles do move. They go in a big circle. They sway one way and then sway back the other way and then back and forth like a pendulum. But this time and usually when the north's swaying one way, the south swaying in the opposite direction and the pendulum's back and forth. But this time the south and north are migrating towards each other. Which is weird, and when a pole flip apparently happens, that's what happens. The fucking two poles join together, and then there's some sort of fucking, like, it starts to settle, and then the opposite end of it, like the other end of the pole, will pop out on the other side of the globe, wherever it's fucking opposite to wherever the two poles merged at.
Yeah, they just,
I think they're migrating towards the Bay of Bengal and fucking central China. That'll be the new fucking South Pole, I think, and the new North Pole will end up being fucking in the South Atlantic fucking anomaly, they call it, where it's a big fucking gravitational weak spot in our fucking gravitational field. There's one guy I reckon theorises that once it goes past those 40-degree lines, that it fucking will flip really fast and that. But then a lot of other people that are on the same fucking pole flip theory think he's full of shit. Because there is no 40-degree latitude lines or something that's fucking a weaker or stronger than fucking the other lines, the other latitude lines.
Could be seconds, minutes, hours, days. Like
apparently days to months or something. Days to months.
Yeah, they try and look for signs of it in history because it happens in a cycle.
Yeah, 12,000 year cycles or something like that, they reckon. And then there's a 6,000 year half cycle where it sort of half flips for a little while and then reverts.
So when a rock comes out of a volcano and it solidifies, the magnetic field that it did it under leaves a signature, and they can tell from that magnetic field has flipped before.
There's some rocks out fucking northern.
Old trees. And I think
some rocks in Northern Territory where the rocks are laid down in completely opposite axes. One lot's north or south, and then the next lot is east or west. And they can tell a pole flip happened then. Because of the way fucking the fucking rocks align, because they were magnetic rocks or some shit. Must have been done in lava flow.
I think to try and get the time frame of how long this happens, they tried to use trees, and I think they said it was like days or months. Right, yeah. See, this is only one lot of people, isn't it? You know, it's just there. Quick look at it, yeah. Hours, days, screwed in minutes. If there's nothing there, you're in for a world of hurt. Even if you're underground, miles underground doesn't matter.
Elon knows. No, I don't think he does. I think Elon Musk is about to prepare what used to be Twitter into a platform similar to what China has called WeChat, where we use it as a digital identity and banking system. Yeah, you look at Tesla, right? Half of Tesla's profits, most of them don't even come from their customers. It comes from government subsidies, right? The cost of and the what is it? The carbon output from even building Tesla cars and shit, and mining lithium, for example. It's
I'm glad you're onto it, Julian. I'm glad you're onto the fucking big
sorry,
like the fucking.
Amos,
It's just a big
sorry,
tube.
I'm not.
The
You
big tube.
you do also know that those subsidies are also used by every other company in the United States, and that Elon Musk Tesla is the only one to have ever paid back the initial startup loan, and none of because you don't have to, but he's the only company ever to pay it back in the history of the fucking United States doing this for companies.
Yeah, but those cars are still subsidised to be on the road.
Oh yeah, because they're pushing everyone to go electric.
Yeah, and it's just a big concern. It's just a fucking another
But
big
instead of
industry
letting it-
takeover, and it's not really in any fucking the world's best interest for its health. Right? Like they're trying to sell it as. All it is in the best interest of those corporate fucking shareholders' pockets.
Instead of letting it roll naturally,
I think
they
it's
use
control.
the
I think it's
excuse
control
that
because they control the
Oh,
electricity.
Oh yeah, once we're all electric, they can shut you off anytime they want. Yeah, you're not driving anymore.
We'll have those 15-minute cities like they've got in the UK.
Yeah,
Those
yep,
15-minute districts or whatever.
You don't need electric
Yeah,
cars. You can
we
use them on
don't-
2 days a week. Yeah, and they'll be shut down
Exactly,
5 days out of the week. You might be able to use them for an hour every two days a week or something, and the rest of the time you're expected to walk around your 15, 20-minute city. Exactly
That's it,
what's
and we'll
happening.
Yeah, I've heard
gotta be
stupid
bullshit.
things like communal cars be proposed, where there's just like cars like them e-bikes everywhere, and you just hop in one everywhere, and you need one, you just leave it wherever the fuck you want. Someone else will use it when they need it. This is stupid shit.
Right, like the scooters they're putting everywhere.
Yeah, they end up in rivers. There's gonna be fucking cars
Yeah.
all over the rivers.
Yeah. Because no one owns them, so fucking let's just fuck them.
Rally. Yeah.
Exactly. No accountability. It's not your mine.
Stupid idea.
It is. Right. Got nothing to do with fucking saving the world and fucking.
But this whole push for electric, they wanted electric cars to be mass produced because they were saying, oh, the only reason that people aren't going for electric cars is because they're too expensive. If they get mass produced, they'll be cheaper. And okay, now they're cheaper, but is everyone still buying them?
Nope.
It's still like a novelty. No one wants to commit.
You can't even do your own repairs on them either.
Oh
You
no,
have to
you
take
can't
them
do
to
that.
the shop and get it done. It's yeah.
And then if a sunflare and EMP happens before they decide to press the button on us all, fucking they're fucked anyway.
If we have another 1892 Carrington event, done.
Yeah. Yep. Our whole electrical gig's gone. Right? Fucking everything. We're back to Stone Age time. Right? We've got to start
Already got me.
fucking going around raiding all the old people that have all those fucking museums for fucking steam pumps and shit, steam engine.
Already got me Faraday cages set up.
Getting them back into fucking swing.
Me backups in them. I'm good to go. Man, it's bound to happen again.
It has to. Because we're speeding up at an accelerated rate and we don't know how to slow down.
And this time it's just going to be so much worse
It's
because
that-
we rely
the
so
sun.
much on electronics.
The sun's
Why?
ramping up to the maximum.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has
it's
a 9 or
2025.
11 year cycle anyway, but it you know, it's spinning around. We're spinning around it. We're bound to get hit by something again.
Yeah, with our weakening fucking gravitational field and fucking protection from the sun, fucking as well as it coming up to solar maximum, it just makes the fucking percentages go higher. And fucking the odds are more in its favour that it's going to fucking give us a blast. At least equal to the Carrington effect.
I would say worse, probably.
I hope
So
not. I hope
would.
because if it's any worse, 1/3 the globe is fucking instantly fried. Like unless you're fucking hundreds of meters underground in a fucking granite cave.
No, the people weren't affected too much.
Yeah,
It's just
you'll get
oh,
affected. Fucking nice. Yeah,
yeah,
if it lets the
but not
fucking big flare, we burn.
too much. People lived through it pretty well. It was just the infrastructure, the simple infrastructure they had at the
The
time. was
Carrington
destroyed.
effect. The Carrington
So,
effect.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
imagine
people
what would
live through
happen
that fine, but anything bigger,
Yeah.
like, of course, the Carrington effect, like the same size flare, would be a lot bigger on today's fucking electrical grid, right? But fucking any bigger flare than that, it fucking burns the side of the globe that's facing it. The 1/3 of the globe that's facing the sun at the time when it hits, everything's fucking scorched.
Well,
Huh?
if the
Radiation from the sun burns everything to fucking death. The other 2/3 of the globe
the-
are safe, but fucking only for an amount of time because fucking what happens afterwards.
if the magnetic field or it goes down, yeah. For whatever
Yeah,
time
and
that's
it's
down,
weakening.
you're
It's
gonna cop the
weakening. It's
full
not like fucking 30% weaker, and it's weakening at fucking 10% a decade. Now, it took fucking 50 years to weaken it by 10%, but then after that 50%, it's weakened at fucking like 5 to 10% a decade after that. It's the weakest it's ever been at the moment.
And that's why they theorised the whole
Pole
thing.
slip. Yep. Pole shift. Yep. And fucking a lot theorised it's fucking activated by a flare. The sun flare causes the crust to slip. Because there's fucking layer of rock in the crust that's fucking 90% water or something like that. And under fucking because fucking the flare will unlock the crusts or whatever and make fucking earthquakes
Didn't
and shit like that.
100-kilometer crack? 100-kilometer crack just opened up on the Fisher line or the fault line in San Andreas.
Not sure, man.
The movie they made.
There was something about that in the last, say, 2 months, I would say. I did see something about that. I remember them zooming in on. I remember when they were talking about it, zooming in on the area. Part of it had collapsed or something. Yeah.
It's not a good sign.
That thing's always fucking moving, mate. Yellowstone breathes like a fucking human, just slower.
Lungs.
Yeah. They do it in time lapse and the land lifts up and then it goes back
I'm more
down.
worried about our Pacific Rim of fire. I'm probably more worried about our side, the Pacific Rim of fire, because we've had Vanuatu fucking blow, fucking Indonesian, fucking volcanoes blow, Japan. It seems to be our side's active as well.
Yeah, that whole area, but
yeah, it goes right around the Pacific.
If they're letting go, though, it means it's relieving pressure. Whoever's not letting go, they're the ones who are connected to that same network. They're the ones that should be worrying.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that we'll let go all its pressure though either. Could have been the first little signs of just hairline fractures. Those big blows were just hairline fractures. Who knows?
Yeah, if they were hairline,
Fucking
we're in
scary if they were. Fucking oath.
Yeah, one of them made a whole fucking island disappear.
Yep. And another one, and the rest of that one around Indonesia raised fucking the land by 30 feet. And fucking whole reef ended up being 30 feet above the water.
Yeah, fuck.
It's got to slip back the other way at some point. Or does it go? Yeah, it probably just keeps buckling up as we move north. Our plate moves north.
Yeah, what happens? One drives under the other usually. Yeah,
Yep.
I don't
The
know
other
how
one crumples up.
whether we're going under or whether we're going over the plate above us. I'm not sure.
Check this out. So, fucking.
What's that?
It's a humidifier, but it grows moss in it. So, like, the air you're breathing is from, like, moss.
Nice.
It's like Clean Air or something like that, rather.
Yeah.
So it's a Kickstarter project.
Funny.
Smudged on the bottom there, Hook.
That's the hallmarks.
No, it's not right. It's smudged. Need
Might
to
be
give it another
thumbprint.
wipe, mate.
Oh, you're right. It is. You're right. I see the smudge. Smudgy mudgy. I'm still putting my hands on it now, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to have to keep scrubbing it because I need to. I'll wipe it again with a clean cloth and clean hands.
Yeah, you need to go over it with a clean cloth, yeah. Get all working. One for polishing and one for fucking drying off and wiping it clean. Still a little bit there, but all good. Looks shiny, mate. Done a good job. Using brass on?
I'm using just shiner, yeah, brass. So brilliant, just metal cleaner. It's not the best, but this is not. It gets a lot shinier than this. If I get my buffer out, I'll be able to just like go over it and buff it, and zzz, you know.
Yeah. Have you got the wax to put on the buffer wheel?
Yeah.
Right,
I prefer to do it by
up
hand.
fucking really good. It's probably just as good as fucking. It's probably better than using the rag and the brasso if you've got the proper wax.
So you still shit down
And
there.
a buffing wheel. I used to do metal polishing for a job after I left the army.
So that was just a quick smudge and clean there, and as you can see, there's still even residue there. It's got to be
Had
wiped.
lots of practice during the army. Fucking.
What I'd usually do, Monty, is cover this again and probably wait for it to completely dry.
Yep. Always like a tip we used to learn, right? In the army to keep it so it doesn't fucking oxidize and go dull again. Leave a layer of brasso all over it. Right, so next time you just come over with a dry rag, fucking let it dry on there, right? Leave the brasso on it. Next time you need it out and want it shiny, all you do is come up with clean rag, wipe off all the old brasso, and it's shiny as fucking beautiful. You can leave it like that for months until we used to leave our like brass that we used to wear for ceremonial fucking marches and shit like that in the army on their ceremonial uniforms like that, and fucking little D shackles, fucking all sorts of fucking things we used to have hanging off our fucking uniforms that we used to fucking have to. Originally, you get given them in just straight out of the factory, and you have to fucking sit there for weeks with sandpapering them into fucking perfect shape, and then polishing them up perfect, so they fucking look like gold. And then in between ceremonies and stuff like ceremonial guards or whatever, we'd just fucking leave the lower fucking brasso on them to dry and leave it on there. And then next time we can't have to have a guard, fucking you just walked in, grab your set, fucking wipe it off, and they fucking shiny. No polishing needed.
That's the way. Cheers, Brenno. I love me silver, mate. I've given fucking most of it away, but I love it. It's treasure. It's cheap. It's a poor man's. You know, it used to be the poor man's silver. Used to be something called pewter, but now every person has reached the standard, the silver standard. Instead of using silver for machines and jewelry, we should be using it to eat off.
Silver cutlery probably better for you than stainless steel or whatever.
It is considered fairly inert, but it is also apparently a weird metal.
It's an antibiotic as well.
It was used in medicine. It still is used in medicine, not as widely as it once was. But yeah, it can rob oxygen from microbes, and they die, and it stops infection.
Yeah. Fucking Greek soldiers back fucking thousands of years used to swallow a silver dollar before they went into battle in case they got wounds. They'd have fucking silver in their guts, fucking that'd help them fucking fight any infection they copped. They got a wound or whatever.
The camera's got a good position to show some good images. Arabic. It's an Arabic coin. Is that spoon I've been using?
Oh, nice.
I believe that's 1910. I believe. If Google's here, he might know the number there. See the number? Looks like 1710 backwards.
Yeah, right.
It probably is 1710 backwards then, because they do write backwards. They write right to left. Don't just Google.
Well, he probably wouldn't have seen this before. I know. Poke. All right, that means you can take me off full if you like. I haven't got any more treasure on the table to show you. Actually, I might have. No.
I was getting something for show and tell.
Nice. What's that? Not
A letter opener.
Wow. That's made out of the shell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whatever the hell this thing is.
Show us the other end. Okay, that's a knitting tool.
Good. Back me up.
That's a silver knitting tool. It's a crochet, silver crochet. It looks sterling. Would probably got STG on it.
It's silver, yeah. But yeah, I didn't know what it was. So it's for crochet or knitting.
See, sterling not only means British, silver. It actually means silver British silver. So sterling is actually the name for silver British silver, sorry, rather than just silver. Sterling silver is the classification for 925 silver, which is 92.5% silver, which is the English standard. Lovely. Now that's the beautiful stuff there. Is that a kilo?
Yeah.
Beautiful. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to find silver that has jumped just like gold did.
Oh,
and whoever has the gold, the silver, has the gold, has the new gold.
It's gone up a few times over the years.
All right. So, if anyone's ever heard of this, has anyone ever heard of a Holland spoon?
No.
All right, so this is what a Holland spoon actually looks like. It's made in Holland, but it's a Sydney Harbour spoon. All right. The numbers, I don't know. I'll see if I can. It's made in Holland, but the hallmarks. Excuse me, the camera's just gone shit. Really, probably can't see the hallmarks, so it doesn't matter. But they are. It's of a little fish and a little crown, and it says where it's made. That's a silver coin. I mean, sorry, a silver spoon. Holland spoon, silver Holland spoon of the Sydney Harbour. Beautiful piece. I love this one. I use this though for my teas, as you would. As you would. This is stainless. The blade. This is German. Hepix. But you can't really see it. From what I can tell, it's German. But the handle is solid silver. Very heavy.
Yeah. Good for throwing.
Well, what I want to do is take this off and attach something else to it here.
Oh, so the handle can come off. It's not one solid thing.
The handle. So this handle has been replaced over the years. All right. See this here? You see the joint right here? Right. So when these got thrown out, somebody didn't realize that they were in fact very old and have been repaired over the years with a different blade. See this blade? It doesn't belong on this handle.
I guess that's just soldered to the handle, is it?
Yeah. But the blade itself was made by a reputable maker, which I can't pronounce. So after studying this for quite some time, that's what I found, that this was not the original attachment. But I have a silver spoon, a silver fork off the end of this that I took off because this is broken. I don't want to, but I want to attach the silver end, which was British silver, to this here. So that I've got knives and forks like this with all silver. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll show you there. Be back in.
Yeah, I used to have heaps of fucking stuff like fucking lying around. I used to throw it away over the years. Idiot. You think they're knives and forks? Oh, they're old. Apparently Goldhammer, I watched something in my feed the other day, right? And this guy is saying that China is buying gold like daily. And
They've already got all the mines.
They don't look like they're stopping because they can foresee sanctions. They can foresee sanctions coming, similar to what's happened to Russia. And no one will use their money, so they can just buy shit with gold. Get by using gold. And I had a quick look, and gold's near $3,000. Oh yeah, yeah. Just got a little tang.
So yeah.
Someone used to eat food with that fork.
Yeah, me. I made sure that all my kids, bro, grew up with silver spoons. They didn't know anything. Like even when they go to school and they eat like the food that I give them, like I might give them tuna. They're eating with silver spoons, brother. And forks, and you know, not because I haven't got money, but because I brought these when I didn't, and our investments and things that where I didn't want money. You know what I mean? I wanted things that were cool to hold and play with, because what does money really buy you? You can only ever buy
Promise.
happiness if someone else pays. So I squandered it on shit. Shit, absolute nonsense, rubbish. Like, he's serious. I love this fork. It's a bit sharp. It's really sharp. It'll poke your bloody eyes out. Like if you put that in your mouth and you ain't got your mouth all the way open, you're stabbing your face, mate. This is deadly.
No, that's sharp.
Oh, they are. I'll see if I'll buff this up. I should be eating these chips because I've just been using that stuff, but it's all right.
Bit brasso. Flavor. Nutrient. Polyphenol. No, I was just thinking if they're buying gold and they're not looking like they're stopping buying gold and they want to increase buying gold, that gold still might be viable, even though it's $3,000 an ounce. Like for me, I'm thinking there's no fucking way I'd buy gold at $3,000 an ounce, but they reckon it's going to get up around 45, 55, something like that.
Yeah, right. Alright guys, I might jump off, get some dinner sorted for myself. But thank you for having me up, PTP, Cheers Hooks, Monty, everyone in chat. Have a good night, eh?
You too, Julian.
Hey, much love, guys.
Bong on. Good to see you.
Bong on.
Bong on, mate. Oh, fuck, I thought you were all on screen then. Just framed by Man Monk.
So the problem with this is
The stuff.
the only identifying mark it has is here, which is hard to see. But which only is simply a piece number, which means the original silver hallmark would have been on the blade.
Yeah, to identify the handle.
Yeah, to identify the rest of the piece, which is not there. Otherwise, this was made in a time when the silver recommendations didn't exist. Because otherwise, there would be a hallmark on a piece like this.
I'd have to disagree with that, Hamo. They've got fucking 3 aircraft carriers now. Type 55 destroyer, which is just as big as fucking America's cruiser. It's realistically a cruiser. It's fucking packed to the teeth. Type 52C, fucking ND, just frigates. Pack a punch equal to ours. Maybe a bit more with the because they've got a few more anti-ship missiles on them. Their Coast Guard, they just use to harass fucking like most of their Southeast Asian neighbours.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got a bit more than you're thinking. I've seen people do simulations with what they do know that they actually have. That's the point of the simulation. They won't even put something in that we might have next week. They'll no, everything has to be exactly as we know for sure now. And yeah, man, they got plenty of shit.
You can't sell that. They don't want nothing.
Especially missiles, bro. The land of the fireworks. I suppose they pump them motherfuckers out real quick. Hey, Marshall. Goggle. Hey,
She also has Buddy and Bella. Data like Kaniomi does to you.
At Type 54, the fucking destroyers are pretty good as well. Fucking match pretty much, or just undermatch America's Arleigh Burkes, but pretty much overmatch everything we have, Navy wise. The 3 destroyers we have, the AW destroyers, are probably the closest we have to match them.
you seen the simulation for that Darwin fort? Yeah.
Yeah, Grim Reapers, but like that's DCS. You can't go on with it.
Yeah.
Most of it's all AI.
Yeah. But it gives you a rough idea of what each side have got. Not a good idea of how it's all going to work because AI seems to be a kamikaze rather than having a
Plus,
strategy.
plus all the Chinese and Russian things sort of work a little bit better than they do in real life, because the company's owned by those.
The dude who runs DCS was on Movers channel the other day. He's not Chinese.
No, the
And he's
people that make all the fucking planes for them.
that he's the one that decides what is what, because he's the one that has to pay all the legal costs if things go. It's become to the point where people, they want more in the game and that, but they're pushing the legal limits of breaking secrets, basically. Like, they're not allowed to know certain things. So, yeah, he gets to decide the end product that goes into the game. And
You get to decide, but like realistically, like you have a look at every fucking military person that does play the game and their comments on it and stuff like that. Everything Chinese and Russian is tweaked a little bit better than it should be.
And he's ex-military as well, I'm pretty sure. But he couldn't be a fighter pilot, so he did other stuff.
And the big giveaway to that is the AI fights. Whenever you watch Chinese, Russian things against especially Chinese things in the AI fight against any fucking Western stuff, the AIs, mate, but Chinese AIs have got a fucking knack for dodging things, whereas the other ones don't.
It's been a while since I played it. But I just remember them all being shit, basically.
That's why Grim
Although-
Reapers had to get that other dude that's a fucking computer programmer himself, and he started fudging. They buy the models, right? You buy the model, you download it onto DS, and then you're able to fudge the fucking and make it. And so they've been scaling back a lot of fucking what's said these weapons can do on paperwork and what's really done. Like fucking
when you go into DCS and you want to buy an aircraft or something in game, it'll have underneath it whether it's an authentic DCS or it's something that someone's made. So all the ones that aren't authentic DCS, yeah. People are mess with them. Hey, later, yeah. Was gonna play it in the last few days. Seems like such a mission to set it all up, get the cockpit out, and so good fun. I want VR. Give it a go in VR. Be better.
Just buying some bases, Monty. Getting the Victor spoils. Look, I just smash anyone.
Playing the game.
Smashing cats. I just look around. As soon as someone gets burned, I just smash him. Like anyone who gets his bases open. So you set a base, I'm gonna hit it. Okay, who you are. Like, you're my friend or not? Set, find out. Set. It's funny. Because they have alliances and they can't hit each other. You know? And I'm a bully cunt in the game, in this game. To these cunts.
Yep. Pretty fucking stone ammo. Oh, damn, Nana. I want to get banned after the stream ends.
Well, lads, have a good one. Bung on.
Bung on, Hook.
Bung on, mate.
Yeah, we've been on for a while, eh? I'll
3.5 hours.
Just a little
As
one.
well. Yeah, I'm pretty stoned. I'm running out of conversation. I've been able to make conversation, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm starting to stare at things.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for rolling in.
Yeah. Good to see everybody. Hope everyone has an enjoyable night. Good day tomorrow. Enjoy their weekend.
And we'll see you all on the next one.